turn off my desktop audio when I do Pokemon Snap, because I tend to put videos on when I'm doing Pokemon Snap, so I should make sure that that's running. Right, Shard, hello. Are we rigged up to actually work, or is my incrementer not working? Counter's not working. Hold on. Apparently I didn't highlight it, which I could have sworn I had. Whatever, let's get in here. I have so many drinks sitting on my desk right now. Actually, first off, is Kali coming through okay?
Hopefully.
You seem to be. You're at least in the yellow bar, so it seems alright. It's probably fine.
Yeah, and you seem to be fine as well.
Sweet. Right. I have Italian blood orange. She needs to speak for me to find out. Good point.
Ah, wah. There. Okay. Retro.
Oh. Retro seems to have balked.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I just looked over at my phone and I can just see white screen. Okay, I've got Italian blood orange. Let's see how this tastes.
Yes, Italian blood orange.
Because I've never had this before. I've got some fancy pants drinks that my parents bought when I came back to uni. Originally supposed to be with alcohol. Don't have any alcohol. Theoretically could go steal some, but
meh.
I'm not going to go steal fucking alcohol from my roommates. Even if they're not here. Sound quality is about equal today. Wonderful. Let's see how this tastes.
I'm really tempted to put some of that watermelon vodka in my strawberry watermelon juice.
That does sound tempting. It's alright. I could probably drink all of it, so... Yeah, well, that's expected, isn't it? Because it's coming through the Discord fucking compression system, so I suppose it's expected to be a bit shit on one end.
Yeah.
How much is in this bottle? 500ml bottle. I could probably drink all of that if I wanted to. I'm not going to drink all of it now, though. That's a bad idea. And inevitably is going to end with me feeling unwell or some shit. But I'm just going to, like, very slowly pour myself, like, half a cup.
That works.
And then, because I've got that, I've got cola, and I've got water. So, plenty of drinkables. In various amounts.
I am willing to make an animal sacrifice to whatever deity gets us a fucking shiny today.
I mean, yeah, I'm down for that as well. I'm nearly at 3k, you're at 5k, it's like, oh god. Nothing is good here. Oops.
No.
The current problem. Being right-handed. The reason this is a current problem... Oh hey, there's an all-skills tournament going on? Fuck, okay. I just got a Twitch notification saying, Hollow Knight all-skills tournament. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't watch that right now, I'm busy.
Still, be cool to watch.
Yeah, it would be cool. All skills is a really fucking interesting category. Hang on, actually. First off, current problem. I'm right-handed. My microphone is on my right-hand side, and I'm using my left hand for my keyboard, so I can't pick up the drink with my left hand. So every time I try and drink, I punch the mic slightly.
Excellent.
Fail. It's the sort of weird sort of drink that tastes really nice, and you can, like, feel it when you drink it. But it doesn't actually feel like it hydrates at all. In fact, I think my tongue might be drier than it was before I started this. It's one of those sorts of drinks.
Yeah, Shard, you're right. We really need the shiny charm.
Yeah, shiny charm would be nice. Unfortunately, it don't fucking exist.
What the hell?
Actually, yeah, if we did, to be technically, if we did the next race in black and white, we could give ourselves a shiny charm, because I think Pokegen works in that game.
It does, and you could. I did it, which is how I figured out how to do it.
Yeah, but you'd only be at normal 6th gen odds, so we might as well still do the 6th gen race, because at least also 6th gen is reasonably fun. I say, I know full well that I like black and white. Honestly,
I mean,
it's a
you
good
have
game.
to like black and white if you're planning on going through and doing hard mode white.
Yeah, well, white 2 specifically, but yeah.
Or, yeah, that.
I do like the game, it's just... I do not particularly think I want to do a shiny race in it, it'd be a bit boring.
Yeah.
Doing X and Y would be fun, which is kind of interesting actually, because I've played X and Y more than I've played Black and White, so you'd think I'd have more fun doing a game that I don't really remember. But in this case, I'm getting the benefit of Kali never having played it before.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. And this way, I know all of the fucking game stories, so if you get lost or some shit, I can point you in the right direction.
Hooray!
Like if you get lost because it's been so fucking long since you've been able to do the plot that you don't know what's going on anymore.
Right.
Right, yeah, the other thing was All Seals tournaments. Those All Skills is a fucking fun thing to watch, and I'd love to do some runs for it, but I don't have a computer that runs Hollow Knight well enough to do so that's sad. But essentially, it's all of the movement abilities and all of the spells. So you need Shriek, Dive, and Shade Soul. And then you need Ripcara. Then you need Shade Cloak, Mothman Cloak, Shade Cloak, Mantis Claw,
Monarch Wings?
Monarch Wings. I don't think you need the Dream Gate. And then it's just the normal any % ending, so just fight the Hollow Knight. You just fight the Hollow Knight.
I want to go back and fight the Hollow Knight again. I actually kind of miss that fight.
It's a really good fight, yeah. It's quite funny actually.
Really
Whenever I get bored as shit and go and fight Radiance, I feel like I have more fun doing the Hollow Knight fight, even though I tend to die on that fight still when I'm doing it. It always amazes me watching speedrunners that do true endings. It's like, fuck, imagine having that much practice that you can do that thing without needing to die a couple times first. Like, you do that shit in Steel Soul. It's scary.
Don't tell Dao, but I'm kind of considering trying Pantheon.
Oh god. Pantheon, I hate it. It's depressing, honestly.
I mean, at least, like, once.
That's fair. Once is good, but once is enough.
Oh, hold up. I figured out why. I turned my gain down for D&D because...
Oh, yeah.
Because that way Yace's voice wasn't coming through my mic. How's that, Shard? Better? Excellent.
And if it's now too loud on my end, I can fiddle with it this side. But it should be fine.
Yeah, sorry about that, Shard.
Okay, good. Everything's fine. For once we've got a decent start point.
Hooray!
Where we're not having to fuck up all our audio for the next few minutes. Love that.
I always forget to turn my gain back up.
Yeah, I was wondering actually, like, you did seem a little bit quiet, but I didn't think you were very quiet, so I was like, I don't know if that's just my imagination, or like my headset being a piece of shit.
No, if I seem quiet, it's because I... Excuse me. Usually I've forgotten to turn my game back up.
Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, I'm not sure what the hell I'm gonna do tomorrow. But it's possibly gonna involve me doing more recording of stupid shit. And playing way too much Snap. Oh, I got to max level on one of the Snap levels.
Oh shit, cool.
Yeah, and then we had the great experience of, I was like 12k or so away from leveling up the next level of level 1 daytime. Or area 1 daytime. And I did a level and I got like 4,000 experience and I'm like, oh no. So I'm 8k away and I'm just like, I'm gonna have to do that at least like probably once or twice more to get the fucking level up, and I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Rip.
I might do it tomorrow, to be fair. Although the thing that's going to be really annoying is doing the Illumina level, because where are the fucking Pokemon? There are none. Like, literally, the Illumina level, for the first island is a piece of shit. I hate it. Because it's literally Meganium, and then there's an Eevee, and that's it. Until the end of the course, where you can hit a tree with an apple and get a Combee, and sometimes Hoot appears as well. And it's like... I think I'd like to drown myself. Yeah, because the thing is you get experience based on how many pictures you put in and the level of the pictures, from what I understand. I haven't checked how you calculate experience in that game yet, and I really should. But that's what I understand anyway. So I get 2 pictures, and I have to get really good 2 pictures to get any experience, basically.
Oh, fuck.
And I need like 30k to my next level,
Jesus.
which doesn't help. Yeah, it's gonna be awful. So, that genuinely might be the one where I do all of the grinding off-screen, like in the car home from uni this weekend or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even bother.
I'm gonna fucking die. My encounter rate today is so low.
Yeah, I looked over and I'm like, man, your encounters are not happy with you, are they?
No.
Yeah.
You know what? They want me to go pick up my apricorns.
Yeah.
We're not even playing this game properly anymore, but it wants me to go pick up my apricorns.
Yeah, it's like, we're not doing shit after one of us gets this fucking shiny, but go get your friggin' apricorns.
Yeah. Oh! Fucking fuck you, I guess.
Fucking fuck you, I guess? What happened?
Oh no, I was just walking out and it's all like, no, you're not allowed to leave. We're gonna throw all the Zubat at you.
Oh, okay. I looked over and I could see you getting encounters, but like, we're a good 5-ish seconds or so, so it's like, I can't tell what's going on here.
Yeah. Nothing is happening. Abso-fucking-lutely nothing.
Standard form, then.
Yeah.
You know, thinking about it, this has actually been a really productive week. Like, in terms of stuff getting done. Because, like, I started another writing project, which I'm probably going to finish soon, because it's not going to be that long. And then I think I finished an SCW chapter. I'm pretty sure I actually started and finished my other one this week via the power of the Sprintobot. What else happened?
Sprintbot was helpful, actually.
Yeah.
It did move through a bit of block.
No pain. Pain isn't good.
Why? Why pain? I object to your pain on a conceptual level.
Yeah. But yeah, like...
Although I still think you should have confusing people for fun and profit as one of your tags.
Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, you remember when we were optimistic about this shit? when we thought we might actually get this done in like less than a year? And then it's like, ha ha ha. We were like, yeah, we'll do it up until June. It's nearly June. We're sick of this shit.
We're so tired. Just let us die.
Yeah.
Ow! Kara,
oh no.
Why?
Yeah, why? That's a bad idea. Don't do that.
Please forgive me for the random sniffles.
Nah, it's fine. I'm currently a disaster. But yeah, anyway, like, nearly 3 hours of Snap Stream on Tuesday, and then an hour and a half of recording on Wednesday. Oh, and Tuesday I did, like, 3 or so hours of fucking grinding in, Pokemon Blue as well, Blue Rescue Team, to get some more gummies, which worked out kinda okay. It sucked.
I do remember you ranting about how much of a bitch it was to get white.
Yeah, white gummies fucking suck, and at some point I'm gonna be taking a team of 3 pickup Zigzagoons into that dungeon. And just going. But the problem is I keep running out of inventory space as well, which is not fun. But yeah, I'm pretty much just collecting all the gummies I can and feeding them to my main character, because they need 990 IQ, and I'm about 200 or so. So I need another 100 or so gummies at least. Assuming I get all... And that's white gummies, by the way. Any less, I need more gummies.
Oh my god. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, there's a reason that I'm gonna, start thinking about working on the legendary spam soon. Because it's a nightmare. The legendary spam being, I'm gonna take my main character and my second character, and we're gonna go farm out some fucking dungeons for legendary Pokemon. Probably we're gonna do the Relic Cave, or whatever, this Saturday. Assuming I stream. I might not stream Saturday, because I might be packing, it'll depend. Mostly on how much packing I get done in the morning, which depends entirely on do I actually get up on time. And given that today I didn't get up until, like, 1 o'clock. You know. God help us.
It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing that is nice is that tomorrow I can pack pretty much all of my kitchen stuff. Because all I need to do is leave food for Saturday and Sunday. Like, so breakfast food for Saturday and Sunday. And, like, a bowl and some cutlery for my my food on Saturday, like my lunch on Saturday and my dinner on Saturday, and then I'm good. Everything else can go in the boxes, ready to go home, which is good. So I'll at least have packed all of the kitchen, and then I just need to do my room, which is mostly whatever clothes are currently in my wardrobe, except for what I decide to wear for Sunday, because I'll be doing this packing on Saturday, so it'll be whatever I'm wearing for Sunday will need to stay out, and then everything else can go away.
Right.
And then I can put away most of the electronic bits in my drawer, and like my my dice and stuff can probably think about going away fairly soon, but most of the stuff that's on my desk needs to go away in Saturday afternoon, so like after I turn off for the night, essentially.
Oh. Rip Kara. Divide it up. Add more water.
Yeah. Pour it into 2 cups and fill the rest of the cup with water. I don't have bits. I have stuff of things, but I don't have bits. Well, I do have bits. I've got a lot of things. My summary of my room, there's shit everywhere. There's just stuff, it's great. Yeah, Dice Goblin Picks is a go. She's got 4 packs.
Yes.
It is actually quite funny. Because I was thinking, by the way, this is really, really orangey to the point where I'm tempted to open one of my water bottles and water it down a bit. Because it's really orangey. Wow. Like, I know it's blood orange. And, like, I know those are kind of sharp. But, like, I didn't expect it to be this sharp. I do not have the T20. That thing is a disaster. Nobody should have the T20.
Nobody should have the T20. They shouldn't have made the T20.
Yeah, they should not have done that. Tactical error inbound.
The thing is a disaster.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, one thing that's funny, though, is... You remember how I bought, like, 3 packs of dice, right? Back before Christmas. Because I was like, I'll have a pack for D&D, which is my nice blue pack. And then I'll have a set for my games in class, which is the black and white pack. And then I obviously have the purple pack as my emergency ones. I have used that black and white set all of once, I think. Because I was playing Death Trap Dungeon as part of my course. Death Trap Dungeon is a one of those fucking choose your own adventure books. I was playing that as part of the course, and then I haven't used them since. They've just been sitting there.
Whatever dice you're using for Annabelle, I think you need to put the D20 in dice jail because you're rolling like shit with it.
Yeah, that D20 is fucking rude, and I might change it out with the other one. I don't know what I'll put it in. Actually, to be fair, when I get home, I have a box of, like, a bag of rocks. It's a small pink purse, right? And it's got, like, a really long strap and everything, so it's supposed to be used as a decent, like, over-shoulder bag, but, like, a tiny purse.
Right.
But it's full of rocks, because I had a shit ton of those. You know those blue rocks? Those really specific, like, blue glassy rocks?
Yeah.
I had a shit ton of those, and I put them in that purse. I could exile the dice to that purse and see if it comes out better. And I might do that.
Let it sit on your windowsill under a full moon.
Well, I will tell you right now that purse sits on my windowsill, so I'll have that covered as well. We're going all the way.
There you go. Just make sure that the 20 is face up. That way it trains it. This is what you were supposed to roll.
Yeah. Watering this stuff down was fucking a horrible idea. It's disgusting now.
Oh no.
It's like depressed now. Like, it was sharp, and now it's just miserable. Like, sorry,
That's
buddy.
sad.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what else is really fun, though? Is, my parents still haven't gotten back to me about how they're enjoying WandaVision. So I'm really interested as to what the fuck's going on there. Yeah, for people who missed this shit, my parents came up on Sunday, right? Because they came up to get some stuff for me. So that we could send some stuff home early, basically. So we didn't have to pile all this shit in the car because it wouldn't fit, essentially. Because I'd be in there and there'd be too much stuff, so it wouldn't all fit in the car. So they were like, well, we'll come up on Sunday before you leave, and we'll pick some stuff up, and then we'll come up the next Sunday and bring you and the rest of the stuff back, and it'll be fine. So anyway, they came up this Sunday, and they've been watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And they watched about, like, 3 episodes or so. It was sharp and now it's just miserable. Yeah, actually, that message is kind of a mood. Me in elementary versus me in high school. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a mood. Ouch. But yeah, so they've been watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And they'd watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and they were talking to me a bit about it. And I haven't seen this show at all. But I'm in an MCU Discord and we talk about it a lot. So I know at least a bit about it. And I mentioned WandaVision, because I was bitching about that a little bit. And then they sent me a text a couple days later, and it was like, yeah, so we're watching WandaVision. And I'm like, oh god. It was actually funny, because I think she sent me that text the day, like on Tuesday, because she sent it to me about like 10 minutes after I started streaming. And I get back to her the next morning at like 12 o'clock saying, yeah, sorry, I was streaming for way too long and then I passed out. And came back to her. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Enjoy WandaVision. I hope you're having fun. They haven't come back to me yet about how they're enjoying it, so that'll be fun. But no,
Maybe they're trying to save it to talk to you about.
Yeah, when they pick me up. Yeah, the thing that's going to be really fun about that, though, is the fact that I haven't seen that show, but I know enough about that show to bitch about it. And I know enough about the extended universe around it to bitch about it. And, like, my parents have seen all the Marvel movies. They've actually seen more of them than me. Because I noped out of Ragnarok due to secondhand fucking embarrassment.
As you do.
Yeah, so I haven't seen
posture
it.
check.
Oh, posture check, yep. So I haven't seen anything past that point, whereas they've seen it in varying amounts.
God.
I think my brother went... I don't remember if my dad took my brother to Endgame, or if my brother went with a friend to see Endgame in cinemas, but so one of the two happened. But either way, they've seen it, whereas I haven't. But it's like, I know enough about this movie and like all the background info for all of it to bitch about this stuff. Or about this this series, rather. So I'm really looking forward to finding out what the fuck they think, because I'm inevitably going to end up arguing with them about why it's terrible. Although, to be fair...
that seems legit.
Yeah, to be fair, my first... one of my main reviews of WandaVision was, it is a fucking masterpiece of writing, but Jesus shit, it's terrible. Like, from the perspective of creative writing student, it's fucking amazing. But it's actually awful. That's the thing. It's great.
I think I need you to break that down for me. How is that?
Okay.
How does that work?
I may have to go open Discord to find my original rant for this shit. So you might need to give me a minute so I can actually figure out exactly what I was saying. But essentially, the point is that as a creative writing student, I think it's pretty good. As a fucking viewer, I think it's awful. Alright. Hold on. Shadow in channel. WandaVision spoilers. Find my messages. Yeah, here we go. What the fuck was I saying during this segment? We're currently waiting for Discord to load, so you might need to give me a couple minutes. And also,
No
I can't see chat at the moment on your end, so if anybody speaks to me over there, you're gonna have to wait.
Yes, I will let you know.
Oh, it's loading. Oh boy. This is gonna be the part where it crashes out on me, isn't it? Because it's not gonna work properly. My internet has been a piece of shit at this university for the last, like, 3 days. To the point where this morning I was trying to update some apps, it wouldn't work. I had to swap to my mobile data to make it work, because it was just not working.
Ugh.
Yep, come on. Ah, here we go. So yeah, this was part of, like, a wider rant, to do with it. I need to kind of scroll back a bit to try and find the context, but essentially we were talking about, like... Let's see. Need to rewatch the MCU.
Oh, that reminds me. I really need to remember to put stretch and stand up and stuff back on.
Oh yeah, you probably should. I was wondering, like, we haven't had those for a while, actually, have we? Yeah.
Yeah, here, let me just fucking... I'll just put it back on right now.
Yeah, okay, so here was the start of it. Essentially, somebody... It was in a class, that was it. I was in class at the time, and the teacher hadn't arrived yet, and we were talking about the MCU and some other stuff. I don't remember the full context, but someone was going on about how good WandaVision is because it's really involving the audience, and that's really neat. And, like, to quote my own message, I had to restrain myself from verbally flaying them about all of the problems because the teacher was going to be joining the lesson room soon, and I didn't want them to walk in on me going, like, ballistic. Because for some reason the Uni Chaos Discord, as we call it, because we have 2 Discords. We have the Uni Discord, which is vaguely sane, and it's the one that I run, and then we have the Chaos Discord, which has, like, 5 people in it, and it's a fucking nut show. This is also the place that has the severe tendency of @everyoneing with Twitch streams. But yeah. Yeah, someone else. It's hilarious, but also quietly awful at the same time. And then my exact message was, as a creative writing student, I can admire it in storytelling. From what I heard, it's a masterpiece, but it is very much for the wrong reasons. Like, it is a train wreck. The structure and storytelling is really good in how it, like, starts, but then they sort of have a moment where they go, oh shit, this is Marvel, and they have to go back to the bad guys and the sky beams and the fist fights and the Marvel conventions, essentially. And that's the problem. And it's like...
Alright. So, shout out for WandaVision spoilers.
Yeah.
Tell me about WandaVision. I don't fucking know anything about it.
Okay, tell you about WandaVision. You're asking a person who hasn't watched it. Let's go. Nah, I read...
Hey, you said you know enough about it to rant, so
that is the problem.
I just
I
wanted
do.
to set you off.
Yeah, here's the problem. I do know enough about it to rant, because when I first got into the Marvel Discord, I went back to the first post in the spoiler channel and read the entire thing, and I've been keeping up with it since.
Excellent. Proceed, please.
Oh boy, it's a good thing I've got this many drinks, because I'm going to need them.
Okay.
So, the show eventually, it starts about, I think it's about 3 or so weeks after Endgame. Oh, excellent. Yaze has watched the entire thing. Yaze can jump in and tell me if I'm fucking bullshitting anything wrong, but I'm gonna give you the layman's summary of what I understand this show is about. So it starts about 3 weeks after Endgame and that whole snap thing happening, right?
Rip Kara.
Yeah, Rip Kara. So Stark is dead, and everything's a bit of a shit, but everything's reversed and Thanos is fucked off, so that's good. And essentially, I think they're called SWORD now, which... I swear to God that's a different organisation in the comics. Either that or it's actually S.H.I.E.L.D. still. But either way, it's S.H.I.E.L.D. essentially, from what I understand. They have confiscated Vision's body because it's a vibranium weapon, essentially, or it is SWORD, okay. For some odd reason I wasn't sure if it was S.H.I.E.L.D. renamed, S.H.I.E.L.D. or entirely new organisation, but SWORD is the situation.
Wait, how do you just confiscate someone's entire body?
Well, that's actually one of the points we're having, because not only that, but here's the thing, Vision didn't die during Endgame. Vision died in Infinity War, which is 5 years ago. So you're telling me that some fucking how, in those 5 years, they didn't confiscate the body, right? That's what you're telling me. But, you see, that would make logical sense, because you've got two options to argue that. Either Tony claimed the body. Well, actually, no, technically you got 3. Either Tony claimed the body after he got back from the whole Infinity War space bollocks and wasn't dying. Steve reclaimed the body. And then in both of those cases, it's presumably, like, buried or whatever. Or you've got Wakanda reclaimed the body because it's vibranium. So, you know, in that case, SWORD somehow got the body from Wakanda, which doesn't make sense. I don't know how you would have managed that.
Why am I getting so many goddamn Slowpoke today?
Slowpoke wanted to say hello. So yeah, that's already the first fucking problem we've got. And then, so they've confiscated the body because it's vibranium and that can be a weapon, right? And Wanda goes to try and get it back because it's her boyfriend or whatever. And obviously from her perspective, it's only been like 3 weeks. So that kind of made sense.
Okay, yes, it's Slowpoke well, but also there's only supposed to be like a, what, 15%? 30?
30.
Oh, okay, well, never
From memory,
mind.
it's 30. So yeah, anyway, she goes to try and get the body back. And she and Director Sword Geezer, whose name I don't remember, get into a fight over it, essentially. They argue about it. And she doesn't get the body back from what I understand. And then she goes to this little town where they have a house, which apparently Vision bought her before Infinity War. Which, yeah, okay, the multiple questions here are, well, first of all, she was a fucking fugitive still, I'm pretty sure, and a goddamn international terrorist. And second of all, what the fuck money was he using? Was it Tony's money? Because if so, you're using Tony's money to buy the house, buy a house for somebody who fucking dropped like half a dozen cars on his head. And if it's not Tony's money, where did you get this money from? Like, what job did you have for this money that was enough to get a house in, I think it's called Westview, is the town? But either way, they have apparently got a house there that Vision apparently bought, and she goes to that house, and then, I don't know what the fuck happens in the interim, but then there's something called the Hex, this is the part, that is the segment I'm very hazy on, because I don't actually know what happens in that segment to get to the Hex, but there's something called the Hex, which essentially takes over the entire town. And it's her magic. And essentially, that's why WandaVision is a sitcom. Because her magic hijacks this entire fucking town and turns it into a sitcom. Where she is living in that house happy as a housewife, Vision is alive and happy in that house with her, and they also have 2 kids. Which, first of all, we're not even going to question how the vibranium android has 2 kids with the human. We're not even going to leave... We're going to leave that one alone because it's a sitcom. So we can kind of wave it off under dream logic at that point.
They did say that he had, like, actual living tissue when it was being built. So...
Yeah,
but I don't know why you would purposely include such vulnerable, squishy bits in... Like, that...
Yeah. Oh, the kids don't happen until a few episodes in? Okay, like I say, haven't seen this, I'm just going on about, like, from what I know from the fucking Angry Rant channel in this Discord. So I just know that there are kids at one point.
Chard, the answer is yes.
Yeah, I'd recommend going back to hatching them, that could be fun. But yeah, so... But either way, they've got a house, she's living there happy as a housewife, Vision is there, all happy and alive, and it's a sitcom. Mm-hmm. It's literally, like I say, this is the part where I don't know much about a lot of this stuff, because it's just kind of a sitcom going on. And it is, I think, actually, as though it is recorded, for that matter. So that I think there's one scene where, there's like actually a scene where, or like, I don't know if it's behind the scenes, but I see it in GIF form a lot, where there's a character sitting in like a director chair with her name on like the shirt and everything, and it's like all set up like a recording studio for a sitcom. Like, you know, if you see like the behind the scenes shot of like Friends and shit, and like the way that the rooms are set up for the houses, and it's like it's set up like that, and hey Parsley, she's sitting there in the director's seat, and she like turns around and Wanda's sitting there in the room, and she like turns around and looks at like the camera that's set up behind them, which is a really neat bit of visual effects there. It's kind of cool. But either way, like, it works as a sitcom, and it seems to work on sitcom rules from what I understand. But essentially, she takes over this entire town, and this thing called the Hex continues to run it, and it's all based on her magic. And there's a bunch of other characters running about the place. There's Agnes the nosy neighbor, things like that, right? Mm-hmm. So all of these like regular sitcom sort of tropes are going on.
Tropes, yeah, okay.
And now, like I say, this is the part where things get sketchy because I don't know a shit ton about a lot of the normal things, because what I know mostly comes from the Rant channel. But there's TV adverts, right? In the show, like on the TV, in the show, there's adverts. I'd have to find some examples of them, but the one of them that I know the best is, what the fuck is it? It's Lagos wipes, for those stains you can't quite get out. Which, if you know anything about Marvel, you know what Lagos is. It's the city from Civil War that she accidentally bombed a building in and killed a bunch of people. Which is the thing that got the Accords started in the first place. Or, like, really, like, kicked off in that movie. Because they were already started after Sokovia, but it was the incident in Lagos that meant that they all got really pushed forward.
Right.
So, yeah, it's that.
Cry.
Yeah, so, you know, that's a thing. Beg pardon. And there's a bunch of others as well that are all, like, referencing things that went on. In the Avengers. I can't tell you many of them. Like I say, Lagos is the one that I really remember. But there's like loads that like they refer to different events in the Marvel universe. There's also one great segment where we sat down and there was a deconstruction of the fucking shows going on, because it gives us her age as of Civil War, but it also gives us a flashback to when she was 10, which, given that we now have her age in Civil War, which is 27, we know what her birth year was, which means that the TV shows that are mentioned in that flashback cannot exist because they were in a box set, and the box set wasn't released at the time that she was 10, which means that she's making up that memory, essentially. Or she's making up details of the memory, which, if she's making up details of one of the memories she thinks of, like, the most, what else is she making up details of? Which is a really interesting experiment. I can't remember exactly what it was, but, like, yeah, it's assuming that she's a reliable narrator, because there is... I can't remember what it is, but there's a box set that she mentions they were watching, and that's why it's a sitcom, is because she was watching sitcoms when the bomb hit her house, Yeah, there's some box set of a sitcom, essentially, in a flashback. The thing is that the family were watching a sitcom when the bomb hit her house, and after she and Pietro are under the bed, the TV is apparently still playing the box set of whatever sitcom was watching, so she could see it from under the bed while they're sitting there for that 2 days waiting for the bomb to go off, whole thing. And from what I remember, we talked about how if, is it a box of VCR? Okay. In that case, that rant might have been wrong then, but, like, somebody was talking about how they said it was a box set, and that meant that it had to, like, that memory was wrong because that box set didn't exist at the time that she would have been 10 years old. And there was a whole fucking deconstruction of it. It was weird as fuck, and I can't quite remember all of the details, but it was kind of an interesting little thing to sit there and think of, because it does kind of show the whole unreliable narrator thing as well. But yeah, there's, like, loads of little things like that going on in the show. And then you start getting to some of the later bits, and it's, like, also similar. And this is the part where I start wandering into, I mostly know little snippets of things again. Because I can't tell you, like, tons, but there's, like, loads of little snippets, which it's mostly, at this point now, a rant as to how the fuck is Wanda a hero. Because that's the thing. The movies consistently try to push this narrative, and the show continually tries to push the narrative. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head now either. I'll have to look it up at some point and see what that rant says, but I feel like we were talking about the fact that it was a box set of a specific show, and that was why we were talking about her being an unreliable narrator, because that box set specifically could not exist because it was too early. It was made later than she was 10 years old. But yeah, so there's a bunch of little snippets that I know from WandaVision now, because WandaVision continues the narrative of her being a hero. So one of them is, like, after the kids come up, right? So the kids are here, and they've appeared out of fuck all nowhere or something. I don't really know anything about that segment, but I know that she's got kids. And at one point, there is I believe it's a woman, who comes up to Wanda and is begging her to let her kid have a part in the sitcom, even just as a bully for the children that Wanda has, because it's the only way she can actually see her daughter.
Jesus
because
Christ.
It turns out that any of the characters that aren't the characters, as in the real people of this very real town of Westview that she has hijacked for her sitcom dream world, all of these people are essentially locked in their rooms unless they're being used as characters in the sitcom. Which means that all of the kids that aren't having a role are basically shoved in their rooms and left there because Wanda doesn't think about them, so they're just ignored and left in their rooms.
So how many people in this show starved to death?
Yeah, that was actually one of the points we made. Like, how many of them starved to death? How many, like, babies died? Because there's got to be babies in the town, so it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
And it was like... And I just kind of remember, like, hearing that specific quote and being like, what in fuck's name? Yeah, like, we blame magic, but it's like, what the fuck? If you don't use magic as an excuse, how fucked is that?
I mean, but the thing is like, if her magic is just saying, okay, well, these people don't exist.
Yeah, they aren't just locked, they are in stasis, okay. If that's explained exactly in the show, then I beg pardon for having not seen the show, and I'm working off other people. If it's explained in the show, then I beg pardon. If it's not explained in the show, there's a reason that we tend to say interview canon isn't canon, and it's because the writers and shit can backtrack on themselves at any time they want and pretend it didn't happen. So we tend to use specifically the canon of what is seen on the screen is what we are going with. If it's said in an interview, it's secondhand canon. It's like using Word of God from Wilbo for your fucking fanfic. You don't usually tend to do it because it's not seen in the actual novel, then people can argue it.
Yeah, no, Word of God and interview canon
is secondary canon at best.
Is secondary canon at best and should only be used if it does not contradict something directly shown in the show.
Okay, so it is physically explained with Vision showing up. Okay, that's good. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is another thing, is at one point Vision... Because they start, from what I understand, they start sending people into the Hex, them being like Sword. They start sending people in to try and figure out what the fuck's going on in this town. And at one point, Vision ends up in there or something. But I don't know what goes on exactly, but there ends up being 2 visions. So there's the vision that she makes for her fantasy world, and then white vision, because vibranium apparently goes white when the person it's made out of dies. So you've got the 2 of them... Yeah, I don't know either. But they've got the 2 of them there, and they have a fucking existential conversation.
Hold on, I need you to go back and explain. Vibranium turns white when the person it's made out of dies?
No, wait, I said that sentence wrong. With the person that's making... That sentence fucked up. Hold on. Vision's made out of vibranium. He died. The vibranium apparently went white or some shit. That was what I was trying to say. And my sentence got muddled because I was also reading chat. Not exactly like that.
Wait a minute. When the fuck is vibranium people?
No, it's made out of space bullshit. That's what it's made out of. It might as well be people at that point because we don't fucking care. It's Marvel. It's made out of aliens. Who knows? Not exactly like that. Feel free to explain it, because like I say, all I understand is that there's a white vision at one point, and the 2 of them get into an existential yelling match. See ya, Shard. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, Marvel pisses me off as well, and I'm the one bitching about it.
Marvel is a train wreck.
Yeah. The massive disclaimer of this person doesn't know entirely what she's going on about, but she knows a reasonable amount. Or, like, at least some stuff. So, yeah. They remade the body.
Oh, well that's
needed a spark, and that made the body... Okay, thank you. So the point of the matter is, either fucking way, though, you've got a white vision that gets into the sitcom world, who then has an argument with the fantasy vision that was made up. The 2 of them have some sort of existential crisis fight or something, and the white vision fucks off, from what I understand, and that's like...
I really don't even want to get into the implications of white vision.
Yeah, well, we only nicknamed him White Vision because he is White Vision. Yeah, we needed another name, so we did with it.
No. Like, I get, like, the name is just what you call him because to differentiate. I just don't want to get into the implications of, like, the actual existence of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. Ah, I see, yeah. I really do need to watch this show so I can rant about it properly, because having all these disconnected snippets is making it difficult to properly rant about, I'm realising, which is a shame. But also I don't want to watch this show because it's a disaster. Maybe I'll read, like, the Cliff Notes version of it, it'll be easier.
Just read a bunch of fanfics, you'll get all the important
Honest to God, that is how I've handled the rest of the movies, so I might as well, but there's not that many good WandaVision fanfics, because they're mostly Wanda-friendly, because none of the nobody who is Team Iron Man is writing fucking WandaVision, because there's no Tony, so there's no point half the time.
Dare someone in the fucking Marvel Discord write a fucking fix-it for WandaVision.
Well, here's the thing, somebody actually already is. It's called Reboot, and they use White Vision becomes Jarvis after the Hex happens. And then Steven shows up to kidnap him, and they go on a time travel adventure. It's in progress, and it's fucking hilarious.
You know what? I would pay money to see Darcy get into a bitch fight with Wanda.
Shit! Darcy! That's a thing that gets mentioned that I forgot about. You know how Darcy...
Oh, right. She becomes like this...
yeah, you know how Darcy's a political scientist? Yeah, she's an astrophysicist now. Because they need to replace Jane, because Jane's becoming Thor at some point, isn't she? Because of the comic arc. So we're getting a fucking Jane is Thor TV show. So obviously you need an astrophysicist. Because also, political science is in no way ever helpful and definitely couldn't have fixed half of these fucking movies. Cough, Civil War.
I know.
Like, you don't think you could have fixed that with a goddamn political science degree? Okay, I think you're wrong.
There is a really, really good Darcy-centric fic that basically Darcy straight up takes over PR for the Avengers at the end of the Avengers movie.
That's
like
hilarious.
The very first one.
I feel like I've seen that at one point, but I don't think I actually read it. I think I just looked at it and moved on with my life for some reason, which was a regret. Good. I think it was during the phase where I didn't care too much about Darcy as a character, so I just didn't read it.
Okay, well, I will dig it up for you and you can read it.
Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, the fucking Mind Stone energy shit. That's another show. Actually, wait, let's maybe... Yeah, Darcy is wonderful in it, except political scientist is now an astrophysicist, and that pisses me off on a fucking primal level, honestly.
I'm sorry,
stop shoving her
you
into
seem to not think that... You seem to not think that soft sciences are just as important as hard sciences.
Yeah, it's like...
you.
Come on. Darcy as a character is great, but it pisses me off that she's an astrophysicist and not the fucking political scientist she is supposed to be. It makes me very upset about this fact. Okay, where was I? Yeah, okay. This is getting into the end segment, which is another part that I actually know a reasonable bit about. So, you remember I specifically called out Agnes the nosy neighbour earlier? This is partly due to the fact that I know no other characters currently in the Hex, but it is also due to the fact that she is actually Agatha. Agatha Harkness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm taking it you know that comic segment? Yeah, so she's
she's the really powerful witch lady.
Yeah, she's like centuries old. In one comic arc, she's a babysitter in the Fantastic Four, which is a fucking hilarious fucking side script.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's awesome, right? Well, at some
Agatha's
point,
great.
yeah, she infiltrated the Hex because apparently she felt the magic of the Hex or something, so she went in to find out what was going on. And she was faking being a character in the Hex in order to get closer to Wanda to look about.
Right.
And then we have the prophecy of the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, so you know how the Scarlet Witch is a nice fancy superhero name and nothing important? Well, you're wrong. There's essentially a Chaos Bringer prophecy, to do with the Scarlet Witch, and possibly something to do with the end of the world from what I understand, but whatever. Oh yeah, that's a thing. It was Agatha all along. As in, Agatha has always been the bad guy, she has always been controlling most of the people. It definitely wasn't Wanda in the Hex who was doing this, it was always Agatha puppeting these people. Always. Absolutely. Was there any explanation, if there was any idea of this happening beforehand? No, but it did happen, I promise.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but anyway, so now you get Prophecy of the Scarlet Witch, where you find out that the Scarlet Witch is this super powerful witch, and there's something to do with chaos magic, and it turns out that Wanda was always naturally magical, and the Mind Stone just enhanced what she already had, and it wasn't the Mind Stone that gave her the powers that she has at all. It was always part of her, but it was just, if she hadn't ever had that interaction with the Mind Stone and Hydra, the magic would have, fed away, right? And then you get the real fucking fun line. The Scarlet Witch, more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. Which is bullshit! Unless you mean Sorcerer Supreme Jeff, the guy that the fucking Ancient One handed it over when she went to get smashed one weekend. Then I might believe it. But really?
Just fucking kill me.
Yeah, this was our reaction as well. It was just like,
no,
really?
Look, if you wanted to have it was a part of her all along, then have her be fucking adopted and have her be Magneto's goddamn fucking daughter like she was in the comics.
Yeah, also, can we talk about the fact that she's supposed to be Jewish and Romani in the comics and she joined the Nazis? That's nothing to do with WandaVision, but that's just a problem.
Yeah, no, that's a major problem.
Good morning, my name is whitewashing this character. We'll love that.
Yeah.
Were there lots of clues? Track down the heritage, and that's where they... Is that mentioned? I don't even know at this point if it's canon or not that she's Magneto's kid. That's the worst part. I'm very confused.
Comic canon says yes.
But
Scarlet
movie
Witch
canon, we
Magneto's
don't know.
daughter. But movie canon,
we don't know.
There's no indication at all.
It's like, we don't know what's going on anymore, to the point where half the time we're pulling on interview canon because we don't have info. And it's annoying as shit. Give us the fucking stuff in the goddamn stories. And also, please maybe hire some consistent writers. That would be appreciated.
They've been keeping the X-Men and the rest of the MCU really fucking separated.
Yeah, the X-Men stuff is non-canon to the MCU, partly because it's made by someone else, but partly because it's apparently a train wreck and a half to try and merge the two. Which is a problem when you have characters from one universe in the other.
Like Deadpool.
Yeah, like Deadpool, who is the only who is the only one of the Fox movies that's still fucking canon to the MCU at the minute, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He's the only one who stayed canon, and that's because Deadpool's a train wreck, it's great.
Well, they're gonna be putting Deadpool in one of the next MCU movies, aren't they?
Are they? I don't
know.
I don't know at this point.
I think I heard that.
I have no idea. The multiverse... Yeah, the multiverse stuff is going to shit. It's great. Yeah, I do need to watch the show, to be fair.
I'm just getting tired of MCU 616.
Yeah, I'm gonna go...
Is this 616?
I think so.
Fuck, are we in 616?
I think the 616 is the movie verse, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, MCU 616 is the movieverse. I'm just gonna go back to watching the fucking cartoons. I'm gonna go back to Earth's Mightiest Heroes and have a good time, and then Avengers Assemble, which was fun. I'm gonna go back to those. We're just gonna pretend the MCU doesn't exist. All of my forthcoming work will be based in those universes, unless it's salty.
We're gonna fucking watch the fucking old X-Men Evolution, where everyone was in high school and Mystique was the principal, and...
I don't remember that at all, but that sounds funny as fuck.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one.
Can we dedicate a movie night to watching like the first few episodes of some of these series? That would be fun.
Fuck yeah.
Let's just dedicate a movie night to watching like the first 5 episodes of Avengers Assemble. That was a good fucking show. I don't remember anything about it except the theme song at the moment, but I just remember it being really good.
I would also request that at least one would be dedicated to at least like the first 2 episodes of Danny Phantom.
I'm down for that.
Just
of course, we got to persuade Posse to do this,
this.
but like it would be fun. We just got to make.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, we just got to get Posse to do it, but it would be fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's going to be interesting, I think, and I do need to catch up with WandaVision before I get to that point, so I do have to at some point watch it. We're talking about dedicating a movie night. We're talking about dedicating a movie night to some, like, early episodes of some shows. So, like, watching the first few episodes of, like, the Avengers Assemble cartoon, or, like, a couple episodes of Danny Phantom and stuff like that.
Or, like, some of the old, X-Men Evolution. Oh, shit, you need to watch Static Shock.
I don't know what that is, but I'm concerned now.
Shit, it's so good. It's DC, not
it's
Marvel,
DC.
But...
Okay.
Yeah,
oh, actually,
DC.
Before we go on a massive rant about what that is, let me very quickly mention one thing that happens at the end of WandaVision that makes me want to punch somebody in the jaw. A couple things.
Right.
So first of all, have you seen Captain Marvel? Or do you know anything of Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what's her name? Monica is? Monica, and she's got a long name that begins with an R as her surname.
The friend chick?
I believe so. I think that's who it is.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, Monica whatever. She's involved in Sword in some way in WandaVision, and she shows up at the end of the Hex part. See you,
Enjoy your lurk, Yays.
Enjoy your lurk. I'm sorry if you end up showing back up again to bitch about the WandaVision stuff, because I don't know info. My apologies for not knowing enough about this show before I started the rant. I promise I'll have watched it before I do this again. So yeah, she shows up at one point, and there's a bit near the end of, at the end of the show when the Hex is disintegrated. Oh, that's another thing. At one point during the thing, they're trying to get the kids out, right? And one of the things that the kids specifically says is, who's going to look after Mom if we're not there? Which, that's never something that you really want to have with kids. That's not your job.
That's therapy inbound.
There's another one where the kids get powers while they're in the Hex, right? And he is able, because the Hex is giving everybody else in the town nightmares from Wanda's whole repressed angst shtick, and he can feel he can feel it because he is empathic essentially, so he can feel all of it. He goes to her in pain, and Wanda's just sitting there and goes, "Mommy's resting," and brushes him off, essentially, which is great because, you know, when your kid's in pain and suffering, you definitely do that. And anyway, there's a bit right at the end, which I think actually is after the Hex comes down. So she's lost her 2 kids, she's lost her fantasy vision. It's revealed that that house was actually an empty lot that she just kind of took over and made a house in the fantasy Hex world. All of that shit. And all of the people in Westview are, like, shouting at her and stuff and trying to drive her out. Or, like, they're like, terrified, but they're trying to drive her out is the point of the matter. And good old Monica lady comes over, and she says to them, they'll never know what you sacrificed. The fuck did she sacrifice exactly? Her fantasy world? Like, please give me a list of what she sacrificed here. Because all I'm seeing is the fantasy children she made up, the fantasy house that she built, and the fantasy vision that she made up. I'm not seeing anything actually substantial at the moment.
Yeah, she basically wrote herself a fanfiction life, and is upset now that
she's not allowed to kidnap a whole town in order to use her fanfiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll never know what she sacrificed either. They're not wrong, nobody will ever know what she sacrificed. Nobody has a fucking clue.
Everybody in the MCU needs therapy.
They really do. Oh yeah, there's a couple of other great scenes, like there's the one part where she and Agatha get into like a fight, and there's a fucking segment where they're looking back at like Wanda's past. I don't think, I'm not quoting this line exactly right, but one of the things that they say is Wanda says something, they're looking at when they joined Hydra, and it is specifically said that she is a volunteer. We get official canon confirmation that Wanda volunteered for this, and that she wasn't like press scanned into it or anything like that, which is half of what Capstans were using as an argument.
I think we get confirmation of that in fucking Age of Ultron, where she says that they went and found them.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, she thought she was volunteering for S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever, or, like, she thought she was working with S.H.I.E.L.D. But no, we get actual thing of her working with a Hydra geezer and saying, Wanda Maximoff, volunteer. So we have a fucking clip for that now. Good news, everyone, we have a clip for that shit.
Excellent, Kara.
Bones probably handles it more healthily. Which is impressive, from what I understand of Bones. What else is there? Oh yeah, there's another sequence while they're... oh yeah, no. So that volunteer clip, right? They're looking at that, and Wanda says something along the lines of, we thought we were changing the world, and Agatha goes, by volunteering for a terrorist organisation? And she's just like, yeah, that pretty much just puts it into gear of everything that we've been saying for years. Yeah, you volunteered to work with the people that saved them. They were tracked down and saved intentionally due to their heritage. Okay, good info. Yeah, Kara, that's funny, isn't it? From what I know of Bones, I'm pretty sure he is dealing with this more healthily than the fucking people in the MCU do.
I mean, he hasn't actually killed anyone on purpose,
yeah, it's like
except for that one guy.
How much of a body count do you have? And have you like kidnapped people recently or broken that many like you probably are dealing with this more healthily than fucking half these people in the MCU. So, you know, good sign. But yeah, and then there's this one bit, right, where Agatha sets up a bunch of runes around the like a room, and Wanda somehow learns these runes by looking at them for like a second or two, and she learns how to do it. Because there's a segment where Agatha is draining Wanda's magic, and I think it's using runes, and she manages to like look at the runes for like seconds, to the point where some people sat down and they were watching that sequence like frame by frame, trying to figure out, like trying to get a sequence where they could actually see what the fuck the runes... Beg pardon? Where they could see what the fuck the runes were, because we couldn't see them. That's how fast they went by, and it's like...
Really?
Yeah, like we could barely see them a lot of the time, and like we couldn't figure out what they were, and somehow she glanced at them, learned them, and turned it back, drained Agatha of her magic, and locked her in the town believing that she really is Agnes. Which, by the way, shout-outs to the superhero over there who's doing that.
Yeah.
Shout-outs to superhero Wanda, who is stealing someone's magic and locking her in a town in a fantasy world.
Wanda needs a course in ethics.
Wanda needs a lot of things.
Multiple courses in ethics.
She needs a lot of things. Possibly a bullet to the head at this point, because I don't think you can fix this. Like, maybe you could have done when she was, like, 18 and just joined Hydra. But I don't think you can at this point, honestly. I'm starting to wonder. She has been coddled a bit too much. Oh yeah, do you know how many...
That, like... Oh,
no, go ahead. I
was just gonna say, wasn't Cap basically calling her a kid and treating her like a kid and stuff when she was like in her early 20s?
Well, here's the thing. We've got official confirmation that as of Age of Ultron? Question mark? I think she was like 26. Which, by the way, Cap is, from what we understand, he was about 25 or 26 when he volunteers in the army. You know, that whole 4F thing that he gets repeatedly? Yeah, that he's the same age as Wanda.
Yeah.
When Wanda was volunteering for Hydra experiments to get powers. Yeah, I suppose that is true. That is true, yes.
Still, I don't know.
Yeah, it's still a bit absurd that, like, she apparently manages to figure that shit out that quickly. Like, I struggle remembering patterns like that when even if I get to look at them for like a good fight. Like, you can give me a pattern in like for 5 minutes to look at it, and you can take that pattern away and tell me to repeat it, and I'll usually fuck it up, to be fair. I'm not good at that. She doesn't need to figure them out, but she has to remember them.
Yeah. She has to be able to faithfully recreate them.
Like, I'm gonna give you a piece of paper with a really complex, like, strand of things in a specific order, and I'm gonna ask you to repeat them in, like, 5 minutes, right? And I mean, like, I'm gonna take them away, give you, like, 5 minutes to fuck about and do other things, and then you gotta repeat them perfectly. Like, that's a bit difficult. And I don't know how much time there was between her seeing them and her doing it. So, you know.
Let me rephrase. It's a bit difficult for normal people who are not you, yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yaze is terrifying, and we're all aware of this fact.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure that Yaze is actually some form of god in human form. Yaze is an outlier that cannot be counted.
Except for when it comes to magic and stuff, runes need to be done in a particular order because they have meanings.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works, yeah. Like, there is meaning to how it works. It needs to be done in a specific order because if you do it the wrong way, it means they mean something different. It's like saying that a sentence in the English language, the letters don't need to go in the right order. It kind of does, because if you move the letters or even just the full words around, you get a different sentence. And it's not going to mean the same thing. Like, you can move the sentences around and they'll mean different things, and it's the same with runes. You can do it with any language in the world and it'll be the same. It's the same there. It's like saying you can take a shit ton of kanji, write them down, and move them about, and you'll still get a sentence that means the same thing. You won't. You'll get a different thing.
You won't. You're gonna get complete and utter gibberish that'll make any, like, person who reads kanji look at you like you're a fucking idiot.
So it's like, ta-da, I guess. But yeah, that was a thing that happened. Anyway, so my last thing is, how much do you know about the Darkhold? If anything.
Nothing.
Okay, I know nothing about it as well, so that's a good sign. Essentially, from what I understand, it is a magic book.
Nah,
and...
Thank you, Kara.
Yeah, if you move Rune around, he might complain at you. It's essentially like a super magic book, and from what I understand, it's an evil thing. Yeah, the Darkhold.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what that is?
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
She finds it at the end, and there's an end credit sequence with her reading through it because she's trying to get her kids back. And that's where WandaVision leaves off, and that's where we were assuming that Doctor Strange is going to be picking up because Wanda's in that.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, woman!
Yeah, here's the thing. What we're all really hoping for in the MCU Discord is that we're going to have a case of the House of M comic arc. That's what we're hoping for. Which the house, especially because we have been told that apparently, and here's a good thing. You know how the X-Men? Hi Shard, welcome back. You know how the X-Men aren't canon?
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, well, congratulations to them not being canon because we've been told that her kids are the first mutants.
What?
So yeah, those X-Men movies aren't canon because apparently Wanda's two fake children that she made in a fantasy world are the first mutants in that world in 616.
Okay, no, that's just nope. Don't
worry, we're done. Yeah, we're good.
Nope. Damage Defenders is now more canon than 616.
Yeah, it's really great. So yeah, anyway, it ends up with her getting the Darkhold. She's trying to get her children back, apparently. We're really hoping that the fucking Multiverse of Madness movie is going to be Wanda pulling off the House of M comic arc, which is where... I'm pretty sure that's actually where she creates mutants because she goes crazy and starts warping the entire universe. But don't quote me on that, because again, that's another thing I haven't read. But we're hoping it's going to repeat the House of M, and we're going to have Strange kick her ass. Unfortunately, we're all pretty sure we're going to be getting poor baby Wanda still, so you know. Because, you know, Wanda's a hero.
She's not.
Yeah, well, that's actually the thing. This is brought about WandaVision has at the very least done one good thing. It has brought about one of my favourite fucking quotes to do with, stuff like this, right? The difference between protagonists, hero, antagonist, and villain.
Yeah.
In this, Agatha, because the antagonist is just someone who opposes the protagonist. Agatha is the antagonist. Wanda is the villain.
Right.
And it's like, thank you for somebody realizing this. Please. She's not expected to be the hero, except for all of us who think that the MCU is a pile of shit at this point. We're all aware that it's a crock of shit. You want to talk about all of the fucking fan fictions that have been written where Wanda is like 14 in Age of Ultron to justify the "it's a kid" line? We now have canonical evidence that she is at least 26. I can't remember if it's 26 as of Age of Ultron or 26 as of like something a bit longer on, but I'm pretty sure it's 26 as of Age of Ultron.
Right.
You know, Age of Ultron, where it's like a I want the big one, where I'm mind manipulating people into making their own fucking, like, downfalls and murdering people and working with a thing that wants to destroy the world and only turning coat because she realizes that destroy the world is literal and that means that she's gonna die as well. She's not turning coat because she's a hero, she's turning coat because I'm one of the idiots who lives on this world.
Yeah, to save her own skin.
Yeah. There's a reason I wrote an Age of Ultron rewrite where she's not a shithead. I'm gonna post that at some point. I keep meaning to and I keep forgetting. I'm gonna post that. I might do it after stream, or maybe tomorrow or something, because it was a fucking good one-shot, personally. I had fun writing that. It was less bullshit. Yeah.
Do it. Post it.
Yeah, it's sitting in my Google Documents at the minute, along with all of the other shit that I've written and haven't posted recently. Yeah, that's the thing, like... There's so much shit. WandaVision is over now. It finished a couple weeks, couple months? It finished a bit ago, wherever the fuck. About a month or two, at least. But it's like... agonized screaming at this point. I need to watch it, because I need to watch it before I can watch Multiverse of Madness. Because that's the thing, I don't need to watch any of the MCU movies to watch that, because I know enough about the MCU movies from the fanfic. And, like, from wiki diving and shit. But I don't know enough about WandaVision because most of my information does come from the rant, which I've, you know, just given you. So that's pretty much the limit of my information. I can rant about some things, but not all of it's going to be accurate, as you've just seen from Ye's correcting me, because I don't know everything about this show. So I'm going to need to sit down and watch this shit in order to watch Multiverse of Madness when that comes out.
This means I'm gonna have to watch it too, because that way I can watch the fucking... this is gonna suck.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it is a load of rants from people who have watched the entire show. Like, they watched it in the entirety. So, they did at least know what the fuck was going on. They were just only ranting about certain bits, obviously.
I can't not watch it, because if I don't watch it, then I can't watch Multiverse of Madness.
And I want to watch that, because it's Doctor Strange.
And I want to watch that, and... Well, no, but... this is gonna have... backstory.
Yeah, this explains like, shit, probably,
it's relevant
hopefully.
To it.
We hope.
We hope.
We say, raising a glass, praying to God. Not sure if there is one anymore at this point. I think he ditched.
There is no God.
I think he ditched about Civil War. Honestly, pretty sure he left about that point.
No.
No? Was it before then?
He died, remember? Stan Lee.
Oh, yeah, of course. I was really confused as to what we were talking about with gods, because I was literally just making a god has abandoned this household joke.
Oh.
Also, we're finishing off the blood orange, because fuck it. Might as well.
I thought it was depressed.
It is depressed, but we've drank the rest of it, and now I've poured the rest of the bottle in. So I've got a glass bottle of no longer blood orange drink. Rest in peace, I need to go throw that in the actual glass bottle bin at some point. Right, this is gonna suck. It's so sour. But it's not like sour. It's like sharp sour, and it's like...
Like bitter?
A bit, yeah. It's weird. It's nice, I will admit that, but I don't think I'd want to drink like loads of it in one go. I say, having drunk a whole bottle of the stuff. But like, it is the sort of thing where I probably wouldn't drink much of this if I had the option of other drinks.
Right.
Like, if you offered me this and a couple other things, I'd probably take one of the other things.
That's fair, Shard.
That's a mood. That's pretty much like me doing my Grookey hunt. Like, I don't really like Rillaboom all that much, but I'm gonna hunt it anyway.
What is going on here?
Good question. But yeah, like, I'm gonna have to sit down and watch WandaVision at some point, and it's distinctly possible that because if my parents find out that I haven't actually watched it, they're gonna try and drag me into watching it with them, and I don't want to do that. Because, like, as much as I like watching things with people, I don't.
Understandable.
It's like, I like watching the Sunday movie nights because they're with people, but there's nobody else with me. I do not like having to be forced to sit on a couch and watching this shit with someone, thank you.
Yeah, and not being able to do anything else.
Yeah, or
not
like
just,
even
like passively watching it.
Yeah, or even just make snarky comments. Like, I don't understand how people can passively watch things like that. It's like, how do you focus on something for that long? I'm in physical pain right now. How are you still focusing?
Maybe it's the depression.
Probably. Wait, my depression or their depression?
Their depression.
Yeah, because I was about to say, though, if it's my depression, then I feel like I should be able to passively watch things.
Right.
That's fair, Shard. But yeah, no, my
That's
situation
fair,
with the
Shard.
movie nights is I can mute my ass. I sit there with a text chat to make snarky comments if I want to. I watch as much or as little as I want. I can turn off the audio if I don't feel like listening to it for a little while. I can do anything else on my computer. I could sit there and write. I can sit there and read other things and just have it as background noise. I can fuck off and go make dinner if I don't care that much about the movie. I can stand up to go to the bathroom, sit back down. It's not like it matters because if I've missed stuff sort of thing. It's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's great. Whereas when I'm forced to sit down on the couch and watch this show with people, I'm sitting here bound by their whims, and if I need to go to the loo, we've got to pause, and they're gonna get annoyed at me for pausing shit, probably. Whereas with these, I can just walk the fuck away and it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, sure, I might miss some of the movie, but, you know, so be it. Yeah, you should probably not put that on the F5 key. Good plan. Ow. I think my leg's gone to sleep. That's a problem.
How have we gone through an hour and 15 minutes already?
Me bitching.
Yeah, okay,
Standard
that's fair.
form.
That is fair. Wanda rant. All one word.
Yeah, Wonder Rant. That reminds me, I've still got another rewrite that I was doing at one point that involved Pietro living through Age of Ultron and Wanda being a complete fucking lunatic. But unfortunately that requires me to write abusive relationships. It's also the one that requires me to write romance at one point, but abusive relationships are hard as much as romance is difficult, so I'm not doing that at the minute, but it's on my project list. Filed under eventually.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Anything
suck.
I write that would involve Wanda would involve incredibly out of character Wanda.
Yeah, because I can't write that much crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's really difficult.
The thing is I probably could actually write that much crazy.
But you don't want to.
But that involves getting into that headspace.
And we do not want
And
to
I'm
do
not
that.
entirely confident I could pull myself back out.
Yeah, that's always fun. Yeah. There's a reason that I prefer to read my salt rather than actually try and write my salt. Because, not fun.
I think the saltiest thing I ever wrote was a self-insert where I punched Allura in the face for saying form Voltron too many times.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that's the saltiest thing I've ever written.
So this drink was a mistake.
Rip.
I've got a stomachache.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is really good. If I have to leave at any point to just go die for a little while, possibly throw up apparently, because this is what this is feeling like, blame the drink. I'm gonna keep drinking it, but we're gonna see what happens.
Pigs!
My only other option is to pour it down the sink.
So pour it down the sink. Don't drink something that's gonna make you ill.
Too late.
Holy crap. Jesus fucking Christ, woman.
Just quietly chug, chug, chug.
God damn it.
Nah, I really should stop drinking this. It's terrible. It's not good enough to keep drinking when it's actually not great in terms of making me feel a bit unwell. So I should probably put that shit down.
Probably. One day, our shinies will come.
Quit the stream unless she quits. No, don't do this. I don't know.
Sorry, Shard, you'll have to dehydrate me.
Yeah, that's fair. I think some of it's relatable, but some of it is also over-the-top crazy, which is the thing. So it's a bit of a both.
He's got, like, the whole crazy ex-girlfriend thing going on.
Yeah.
Except for she's, like, nobody's ex-girlfriend.
Visions, technically. Kinda. Does death count? What's the status on ex-girlfriendness when you died and were reincarnated as a dream sequence? What's the sequence? What's, like, the status with that?
I think that's just called self-gratification.
Probably. Okay, yeah, no, I need to go be just miserable for a few minutes just because this has really made me feel unwell. I'm gonna go tip this down the sink and nip to the loo. I'll be back. People can stare at this fucking screen for a little while.
Okay. Alright. Shit, now what am I supposed to do? I don't really have a whole lot to talk about by myself. Except for how fucking pissed I am that I am at 5,258 and I still have not gotten a fucking shiny. This is ridiculous. Now I'm supposed to amuse people as a normal streamer. Oh no. Shard, have you met me? I am nothing like a normal streamer. Dang, it's a monkey. Yes, I am a dancing monkey. I shall amuse you. Poor Kara. You did ask me what difficulty you should play, and I did say medium. You have only yourself to blame for this. God, I am going so insane. I'm getting really sick of the shiny, sparkly sounds, too. It's like... Really? It's getting really annoying. No, Liz, heck off. Thank you. I can't wait until I can dihydrate Pix. It's gonna be great. I don't even know what game I'd make her play. Oh god damn it, Shard, don't do this to me! That's terrifying. I know that they don't call for that. I really do. I know they don't. But what if? Shard, no! It would be hilarious if I got a shiny while Pix was away. Pix comes back. Okay, time to fucking quit. Poor thing. It sucks that that drink made her ill. What, find a shiny while she's gone? I'm trying! If I could do it on purpose, don't you think I would have done it before now? Alright, you know what? We're gonna try this. The next one I run into will be shiny. Nope. Okay, the test for magic powers has failed. I am apparently not magic. Or a Porygon. I could be a Porygon for all you guys know. I could be just a ghost in the machine. AI Kali. Kali. I wonder what it'd be like to be an AI. That'd be kind of cool, I think. Boring after the first little bit, but... yeah, that's fair. What about a diffuse AI, one that lives on the internet? Or that is the internet, basically. God, that would suck. Being an internet AI would suck ass. So much stuff. Yeah. So much stuff I never wanted to know or think about or have to deal with. Alright. Let's try this again. The next one will be shiny. You can tell because it took a really long time to find it. Damn it. Maybe I'm jinxing it. The previous one will have been shiny. The previous one will have been shiny. Nope. Doesn't seem to have worked, Shard. What is with my encounter right today? Am I not past the 50% mark yet?
Probably.
Hey, welcome back, Pick.
Yeah, I'm back. Hello, I live. You know what's really fun is going to do a thing and getting waylaid by people that want to ask when you're leaving the uni, and it's like, yeah, can you just let me go, please? I've got time-sensitive shit going on. We all making jokes about getting shinies when I wasn't here.
I was saying it would be hilarious if I got a shiny before you got back, because then I could just be like,
so it's over now.
Bye, pigs!
Yeah, hi, I is the back, and yeah, I went to pour my shit down the sink, and then a flatmate appeared and was like, hey, you're still here, when are you leaving? And I'm like, I'm leaving this weekend, and they were like, oh, great, and they tried to draw me into a conversation. I'm like, can you please let me go? I've got something time-sensitive going on. Like, excuse me, I've got to get back for this thing, please. I left my stream sitting on hold, relying on someone else to deal with the actual entertaining part of it. Can you let me leave?
Yeah, no, I was just like, shit, how do I streamer without pics here? Fuck.
That actually is kind of a real situation. It's like, fuck, I'm used to doing collab. How do I do this as a normal person again?
Right. So I just kind of babbled about random shit, like getting shinies while you aren't here and possibly being an AI on the internet.
Oh, I see. That's fair. Oh, actually, question that I thought of while we were gone. When we say we need to get a shiny to end this, do we need to actually catch the shiny? Like, if I get a shiny and then kill it, can we just end the stream?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Good. I'm gonna try to catch it, but if I fuck up and kill it, then we'll still call it quits and move on next week, yeah? Sounds like a plan. Oh, Jesus. Assuming that I get one, please let me go. I'm so done.
God, I just wanna...
I wanna drink heavily.
Yeah.
But I don't have any alcohol, and I can't do that. Although I could probably change that when I get home, because I'm pretty sure all I'd have to do is say, hey, can I have some Coke and Run for my stream? And I'd get some. I wouldn't even ask.
Right.
Probably I could just say, hey, can I have a drink? And they'd give it me. I wouldn't even need the reason.
Probably.
It's like, here, just have alcohol, because apparently my parents are like that. It's great.
No, this is...
Yeah.
Okay, so...
8
1 in 6... Yeah, 1 in 6K is, the next one that we're gonna be doing.
Nope, that's 1 in 4K.
Oh, is that 1 in 4K? What's 1 in 6K then?
There isn't one. It's 8,000 is base odds for gens 1 through 5.
Okay.
Or 2 through 5. Shiny Charmods in Gen 5 is 1 in 4,000, and then 6 plus is 1 in 4,000 for normal, and 1 in 1,300 summit is Shiny Charmods.
Alright, cool.
I have fucking image files for this so I can put them on my thing, and I still don't know the odds off the top of my head. You'd think I'd learn by now, but no. But actually though, on that how the fuck do I entertain without another person thing, I had that happen last week when we did the stream on Friday instead. Because I started my Saturday stream up and I was like, shit, how do I be a person that is funny when it's only one person? Like, how do I do this again?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I'm doing it with, like, on my own for just Final Fantasy IX or whatever, I just bitch about the game, honestly. So we're gonna come over here and I hate this fucking bit because fuck these people in particular. That's not what I meant to do.
Yeah. Yeah, the odds are listed on my stream and they're probably correct since I got them off of the internet. That's how that works, right? If I got it on the internet, it's absolutely 100% true, and there's no possibility of it being wrong. I love how that's
actually, like, really changed. Like, it used to be when you were looking at stuff, if you found it on the internet, it's probably false.
Yeah, I know.
And you had to look it up at the library or whatever in a book, and now
just Google
it's if you found it on the internet, it's probably true.
Like, check another source just to make sure, but yeah, it's probably correct. Ah, yes, the good old days when the internet was a piece of shit. Not that I was alive for that point, really. I didn't start using the internet until, like, 2009. I think.
God, I'm old.
Actually, to be fair, the first things I can really remember doing on the internet was Minecraft Pocket Edition on my iPod and YouTube. Those are the first two things I really remember, like, doing in that sort of thing.
I think the first thing I remember doing on the internet was Neopets.
Jesus Christ, Neopets. You know, you ever heard of fucking bin weevils?
No.
It's a fucking, like, online game thing, kind of like Club Penguin, but you're all, like, bugs in a trash can, and there's a city made up. I used to play the shit out of that. I went onto it, like, one time a couple years ago just to see if it still existed, and it's like, yeah, it does. It's a thing still. I was like, holy crap, how are you still alive? But yeah, like, literally it's Club Penguin, but you're all, like, bugs in a thing. You can play Connect 4 and shit people on the internet. It was funny as hell.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Neopets and Gaia Online. Jesus.
Yeah, we're having moments now.
Oh man, I feel so fucking old.
You know another weird thing that I haven't thought about in fucking forever, but I just got a flashback to? Gormiti. Like, that was a fucking show. That's the thing. I can't remember. You tell me what Gormiti is. I don't remember. Gormiti. I don't even know how you say it. It's not Gormiti, I'll tell you that right now. I got slapped by my brother for pronouncing it that way one time because I was pissing him about. But yeah, like, it was a show, I think, but I remember having a Wii game for it, which was a piece of shit. But it was kind of like your traditional Elementals thing. I think. I really don't remember anything about it, except the air person was like a little fairy girl. And then there was something to do with magical orbs, I think. And something else. I really can't remember this show, but I just had a flashback of like this fucking thing, and I don't know why, because I haven't thought about that in years. The best part is I can't actually remember watching the show. I only knew it from the Wii game, pretty much. That my dad illegally got off the internet. Because, you know, nobody actually buys games. You burn the disc illegally. Back in the good old Nintendo Wii era when you could do that.
You missed us talking about, like, old as fuck internet shit.
Yeah, Gormiti. Gormiti? Somewhat like that. I'm gonna Google that in a second. You know what, fuck it. You're in charge of babysitting chat for a few minutes. I'm getting my phone and Googling this shit and see if I can figure out what it is.
Excellent, because we all know that I'm the best, most responsible babysitter here.
Yep, naturally.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, holy shit, it's here. Is it this one? French. It's probably not this, is it? It's probably not how you spell this, but let's find out.
Yeah, if you go online with a fucking burned disc, the fucking internet.
Yeah, here it is. Nature. Is it this? Nature Unleashed? Let's find out. What the fuck was this? Wikipedia, please. Save my backside.
Yeah, okay, so I'm
Well, yeah,
technically
you can
still
still do
below half odds.
Yeah, technically still lower than that. And yeah, you can still do it if you don't care about your ability to do anything else on that console. Plot. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, Gormiti. So it's one of those elemental things. 3,000 years ago, the island of Gorm faced its gravest hour. Margor, the volcano tribe's dreaded leader, was at the zenith of his power. His dark rage and volcanic powers, because it's always the Fire Nation, threatened to consume the entire island along with every living Gormiti. Margor was repelled only through the selfless combat and incredible power of the invincible lords of nature. Called from the other four tribes, Earth, Air, Sea, and Forest, they were guided by their mysterious benefactor, the Old Sage. The Lords knew that a victory against Margor was temporary if the source of their newfound power remained intact. The wisest among the original Lords devised a plan, a brilliant but drastic plan, divide the source of their power, the Heart of Gorm, into 5 Gorm Stones, and hide each piece deep within their respective kingdoms. To ensure that these Gorm Stones remained forever apart, the Lords made the difficult but necessary decision that changed their island nations forever. They constructed massive, impenetrable walls separating their formerly unified kingdoms for all time. To ensure Margor was lost to all time, each mage allowed Old Sage to remove their memories of the Gormstone locations from their minds. I'm literally reading the wiki plot at the minute, and this is just the backstory. But yeah, essentially, they find a fucking crack in the walls, and start, like, moving between each other, and yeah, all that shit.
Excellent.
And I'm like 80% sure that is the correct thing, because goddamn, I cannot remember a damn thing about it, but I just remember it was called Gormiti and there was elemental bollocks in it. So, yeah, so there you go. Soren's here with a tier 2 sub. Hello.
Hey, it's a Soren.
Welcome. I swear, it has been it's only 12 days ago that you got the 3 months in a row sub. What the fuck? But yeah, hey Soren, thanks for the sub. I'm really confused, because that actually happened with Care the other day as well. His Care showed up and gave me a 4-month sub, and it's like, it's only been like 12 days since the 3-month. What the fuck is going on?
Thank you, Kara.
I'm really confused.
Earth, fire, wind, water, gun! I mean heart!
No, I like the power of gun better.
Yeah, the power of gun. I like the comic of unrelenting violence.
Yeah, incredible violence.
Yes, incredible violence.
The difference between streets and subscriptions. Fair enough. It just confused me because it's been like 12 days and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that it should be longer than that before you people should need to resub, but okay. I'm not gonna question this, I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, it's fucking, like, it's like heart, soul, incredible violence, and then something else, and it's like, man, we're on fire today. And it's just the guy with a mace covered in blood. Sitting at the table with these 3 cheerful idiots. That's a good comic.
It is a very good comic.
Then again, another one that I'm fond of is I'm going to defeat you with the power of friendship, and also this gun I found.
Yep. Okay, so that reminds me. So you know Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
So there's this fan fiction called Beautiful Destroyer Sailor Moon.
Okay, off to a good start.
Yeah, it acronyms down to BDSM. And that is pretty much all you need to know about the tone of the fic.
Crack fic with a side of porn?
Crack fic with a side of incredible violence. It's not super porny.
It is violence porn, so that counts.
It's super violent.
Excellent.
And it's a Marvel crossover.
Oh wow, even better. Hey, what was that DC show we were talking about earlier, by the way?
Static Shock. Okay.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, yeah, because there's one thing that we used to say is, like, Marvel has the better movies, DC has the better TV shows. And, like, sure, I would have agreed with that, but then we got to Endgame, where you have, basically, Endgame's entire main plot thing is bold of you to assume that we need rules. with a serious, like, big moment in the plot, so you know.
Shard, no!
No,
Shard,
don't
no!
blend the cats.
We do not blend kittens in this chat, in this good Christian chat. God, no. Anyway, you were saying about Endgame?
No, all I was saying
Marvel
is, like, we talk about the shows thing, And it's like, yeah, sure, DC has the better shows, Marvel has the better movies. And you see, I would have agreed with that, but then Endgame happened, where their summary is where we're going, we don't need roads towards their time travel rules.
Yep. Alright, so Static Shock. Thank you, Pix.
That is why I was kind of awkwardly speaking then, is because I was doing that.
That's great. That's a good quote. I like that.
It was a good quote. That's why I added it. It was a fucking funny one. Okay, Static Shock, go ahead.
Alright. So there's this kid. He's like this teenager. His name is Virgil Hawkins.
Okay. Yes, it did include the game. It does that.
Son of a bitch. Where was I going with this?
Story of my life.
Fuck. So first off, this is a DC show.
Yep.
This kid, main character is a black kid, and, he is a teenager. His best friend is this kid called Richie. First episode, he gets pressured into going to this gang fight down at the docks. By the way, his dad is a cop.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so first episode, he gets pressured to go into going down to this gang fight at the docks. Shots get fired. Somebody busts open this big-ass drum full of chemicals.
I was gonna make a joke about this being discount Miles Morales, but then it took a wild turn, so never mind.
And it basically, everyone who was at that fight, gets powers, basically, from this drum of fucked up chemicals. And so they call it the Big Bang, or because whatever, I don't know why. And they call the people who get powers from it the Bang Babies. Right?
It's a horrible name.
Virgil, I know, it's the worst. Anyway, Virgil gets the ability to generate electricity.
Sweet. Really is a discount Miles Morales.
I know, right? But so he figures out stuff like how to use electromagnetism to fly and stuff.
As one should.
As one should, exactly. And he ends up becoming this superhero called Static Shock. Well, his friend, who wasn't at the fight, ends up helping him build stuff and make stuff, and basically ends up doing the whole sidekick thing. Until, like, season 2, I think? Where they discover that because he's been around Virgil for so long and he was around him when he had the gas in his clothes and everything, he got dosed too. So now he's a super genius.
Oh, great.
So now he's a super genius. Yeah, and he builds this robot backpack that takes over him. And
Tony Stark slash the Blue Beetle, apparently.
Yeah, basically.
Although the Blue Beetle is an alien thing more than anything.
Right. So that was a thing. There is Rubber Band Man, who is a thing. His body is rubber. One of his ways he travels is he just blows himself up like a ball and just bounces.
That's great.
He's one of the villains. He is an aspiring... Drank!
Sorry to interrupt. We got a drank and a stretchy stretch.
Also, I completely agree with you about please just stop being grimdark. Just let us be happy in our superhero worlds.
Let us have our crack worlds. Let us make it so that crack fics aren't happy and more what the fuck were you smoking again, please. Like, crack fics used to be fucking what the fuck were you smoking sort of things, not damn, this world is happy. That's unrealistic.
I know, right? Shard what?
Oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, there's a thing in some of the comics where Spidey is super radioactive, which extends to everything. Which, yeah, let's just ignore that Spidey has had kids in some of the comics, but whatever. Yeah, that's a thing that happens in some of them, isn't it? So, static shock.
No, I'm still stuck on the radioactive dick. Sorry.
It's not his dick, it's just the jizz. Okay? Let's get that one right.
I didn't need to hear that come out of your face.
Good. Too bad it came out of my mouth. Yeah, I don't know if it's a what-if or an actual story at this point, but it happened at one point. Marvel is the worst.
Oh, I hate all of that. Okay, Static Shock. I have nothing else to say about Static Shock except for at one point there is a fucking Justice League crossover.
Oh, great. How many fucking Earths are there in Marvel?
And DC. So many.
I don't know, Solren. I've not read it. Ask Shard. Shard, you have a question in my chat. Come here and answer this so I actually know what's going on.
Soren what? Soren what?
I don't know. I regret that this got brought up.
Oh,
Not
God.
much, but a little. Oh, yeah, DC got retconned, didn't it? It's now just the New 52 and nothing else. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank fuck. That's the only good thing about the New 52, is we don't have a billion universes anymore. We just have one shit one.
That's depressing.
It is depressing. Now we don't have a billion universes, we only have one really shitty one.
Yeah. I'd rather have a billion universes where
But the problem is most of them are
happen.
really shitty.
Well, okay, but there's
There's hope.
The thing about the multiple universes thing is you can always write a fan fiction and call it canon, and no one can contradict you because there's a billion goddamn universes. So
That's
why
true.
not one where your thing is true?
Yeah, that's true. Spider-Man Reign. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up later. That's apparently the fucking what if, I think, that we were just talking about. So, you know, if you really want to have more info on that, you can look that up.
Get out of my trash can. Sorry, dog was nosing around my trash can like, ooh, maybe there's something in here for me to eat. Dog, there is nothing in there for you.
Yeah. Dogs are
It is
great like that.
paper.
I have to go back home on Sunday, and I'm not gonna see my dog, and it's depressing.
Sorry.
It's annoying as fuck as well, because I was doing okay, and then I realised yesterday, like, wait, when I go home, I'm not gonna have my dog.
That's depressing.
Yeah, just a bit.
Cat immediately dies.
No,
No.
no, not allowed. Illegal.
I still don't get what the fuck is up with spiders, man.
Oh god, yes, spiders, man. He's fucking great. That's a crack fic.
Great, but
That's crack.
That is absolutely crack.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I saw, hang on, I'm gonna see if I can find this Tumblr post that I took a screenshot of about the difference between pairings, rare pairings, and crack pairings, because that feels like it would fit into this conversation quite well. Oh yeah, also,
Excellent, go
you know
for
my
it.
Happy Colours game that I play? You know, the little art
no.
one that I have that I do with the daily events and shit? Where I get
No.
really, I just basically do painting and shit with it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, there's an art game that I play on my phone.
Oh, okay.
And it's called Happy Colours. It's had a ton of Marvel things recently, like as in this morning.
Cool.
That's the reason I didn't get up. Because I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna play these instead. Where is it? No, okay, it's not in my favourites, that's a problem, which means I don't know where it is. This is gonna be annoying, because... Oh, I found one that's a really in-character fucking Spider-Man moment. The secondary comment is, this is so in-character that I see the scene in my head and had to double-check if I'd made a false memory by reading this post, because it is really fucking in-character for them.
Yeah, what's up, Shard?
Oh, Shard is the thing. I will read my bullshit shit post in a moment. For now, you guys can actually talk.
Did I accidentally skip a shiny?
I hope not.
know that.
Okay, so for the people on
need to know that.
for the people on my stream that want to know what the fuck she's reacting to, apparently Spider-Man Rain is also the first time we've been exposed to Peter Parker's genitals. Have fun with that.
Peter Parker's. Yes, Peter Parker's.
Because I'm laughing
That's
too hard. Shut up. I'm allowed to fuck up my sentences when I'm giggling like a loon, okay?
No, it's appropriate.
Yeah, Peter Parker. There you go.
Peter Parker.
We're all just fucking it up now. Okay, right. Anyway, so the thing that I screenshot here is Peter sneaking into his room wearing spider suit at 5 AM. May sitting on Peter's desk. Excuse me, where were you? Peter, I was working with Mr. Stark. Tony turning on the light. Try again. It's like, yeah, that's so in character that I think I accidentally created a false memory at reading that post.
Yeah, that's...
Because that's really in character for these idiots. At least with all of the spider baby stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody using the fucking... I'm looking over some of my screenshots. Somebody using the Luke Skywalker to Jabba conversation to explain how to write a cover letter.
What?
I'll send that to you afterwards because it's kind of great.
Okay.
Where the fuck is this? I'm so confused. This one's murder... What? Message?
Apparently the nude issues were recalled.
Oh, okay. That's getting allowed because it deserves to be no, don't add permitted terms, just let it happen. But you can have that message, you're allowed, but we're not adding the permitted terms properly. I'm getting rid of that afterwards, but you're allowed to have that message.
Which
that Shard
one?
Just sent after that.
After the nude issues one?
Yep.
I cannot see it. Yeah, it has not popped up.
Well, that's rude, because I did actually... here it is. I did actually say allow. So it is there, I promise. It's on my It's on my end, so...
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay. It should be there.
Yours.
Well, it's there on my stream. It's not. If it's not in my chat, it's definitely on my stream screen.
Alright, there we go. Jesus Christ! Wait, is that shiny?
What?
That's Slowpoke.
No, it's not.
No.
It's too pink. It should be very much yeah, it should be less pink. Okay, I found the fucking thing. So it's a 3-part post. I feel like the uses of the term crack ship has changed. When I think crack ship, I don't think these two characters have good chemistry and would be good together, but it's not going to happen, so it's crack. I think Loki, Gordon, Ramsay. There's a big difference between rare pair and crack ship. And then you've got 3 definitions. These two characters have good chemistry and would be good together, but it's not going to happen, is a non-canon ship. Ron Weasley, Harry Potter. A rare pair is a ship that isn't popular. Ron Weasley, Dean Thomas. A crack ship requires everyone around you to ask what the fuck you were smoking. For example, Ron Weasley, the Whomping Willow. And I'm like, yeah, no, that is a good definition of those 3.
Oh no! Brain, no, please, God, why?
I feel like I'm having flashbacks to the Hogwarts giant squid thing. Because that's a fic. AO3, everybody.
My brain just decided to write the beginning of a porn with plot with Ron Weasley and the Whomping Willow.
Okay, now we're gonna move on. The Whomping Willow, we're moving on. Okay, this is the part now where if I get a shiny, I'm gonna be disappointed because I'm gonna have to fucking put that in my VOD. No. I mean just in general at this point. Like, if I get a shiny this stream now, I'm gonna be displeased more than anything because I'm gonna actually it's one thing with this going up as a VOD, right? It's another thing of me having to highlight the segment with some of the shit that is currently in my chat and some of the shit that we have just said.
Out loud with our mouths.
Out loud with our mouths. There is things that have been said that I would have to put in the highlight if I get a shiny in the next 10 minutes or so, and I'll be depressed about it. Although actually no, to be fair, it's only about the next 5 minutes. If I get a shiny, I have to put any of that in.
Okay, so we need to talk about completely innocuous things for the next 5 minutes. Okay. So how about that sports ball?
Fuck me, we're not talking about sports ball. I know nothing about football. Okay? I hope you understand.
Okay, look.
Yeah, you missed 30 missed 30 seconds of discussion and everything has gone completely fucking mental. It's like, oh dear.
Look, all I know about the sports ball is that Zebra Man is very impassioned about what happens with the sports balls.
Yeah, that is the info I have as well. I got really confused what you meant by Zebra Man for a minute before I remember that refs have that fucking outfit, and I'm like, oh, that's what you mean, okay. I genuinely had a moment where I didn't know what you were saying. That was great.
Zebra Man is the most important player because Zebra Man is in every game of sports ball forever.
Yeah, naturally. Also, I just realised I didn't fucking send you... That's not Discord. I didn't send you the using Luke's conversation with Jabba to demonstrate how to write a cover letter thing, so I'm gonna go do that really quick. Because it's not like we're not doing anything at the moment, so, you know, might as well. Itchy nose. The worst bit is when I get an itchy nose and it's like, ew, stop.
Do not. This is illegal.
Because I have to scratch it then, but the problem with scratching it is the fact that, like, then I've got to deal with the fact that my nose gets squished. And then it's weird. Where the fuck is it? This is going to be a problem because I've got to find it. There it is. There you go. Have the shitty screenshot that I'm not cropping or anything. You just get to deal with the fact that it is a full-on screenshot with my battery life and everything in it. You get to see see how good my internet connection is and everything in that screenshot because I can't be bothered to crop it.
I will live.
Yeah.
Possibly. Is it above 5%?
Yes.
Okay, I will live.
Yeah, my thing goes to red if I'm at 15% or minus. So, it's definitely above 5%. By the way, are you going for a shiny Litten, or are you just bored? That's my question at the moment with this Litten thing.
Actually, that is an excellent question.
Are you going for a shiny, or are you just really bored and just breeding them for the sake of it? Or are you doing something competitive? If you're doing something competitive, I have some concerns. And a recommendation that you should stop. Okay, cool, do you want to borrow one of my fucking Ditto? Actually, I only have one, never mind. Oh wait, what gen is this in? Depending on what gen it is in, I have more than one Japanese Ditto. They're also 6 IV. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the other ones are hacked, so I can't send them up. It's Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Do you want a Ditto? I can give it to you once I'm home on Sunday. It's 6 IV in Japanese, so it gives you massive odds bonus as well. You just give the fucker a Destiny Knot and you're getting good IVs all the time. Give both of... Get one... Yeah, if you give one of them, like, a Destiny Knot, then you get, like, 4 perfect IVs straight away or something, and then you give the Destiny Knot to the perfect Litten as well, and it's just like, ta-da, you're basically getting all of the IVs.
Unless it happens that the one IV that isn't perfect...
Well, no, because it's a double perfect IV. Oh, inherits 5? Oh. Yeah, because my Dittos are all 6 IVs are perfect. So what you do is you give that a Destiny Knot, breed 5 perfect IVs, give that thing a Destiny Knot, and then you've got 5 perfect IVs from one, 5 perfect IVs from the other, so you're pretty good. Okay, then in which case you just rely on 5 IVs and pray for the other one. Which is less fun, but you know, you can do it. Alternatively, you play Nature Roulette. That's the other option.
Oh, by the way, yes. So, it turns out that I actually got a, shiny, Toxtricity through Wonder Trade before I managed to hatch a shiny Toxel. So you just want that? Okay, cool.
Thank God.
Because I am at 780 Toxel hatched.
I'm tempted to finish off my Grookey hunt. Like, get the correct ability for a Grookey at some point, and then start a Toxel hunt just to see how long it takes.
Watch you get it on fucking box 3.
What, like the Grookey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would happen, because my luck is a piece of shit and hates me.
I think I'm just gonna focus on getting my fucking, shiny charm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly, Shard.
You want help with that?
Yes.
Okay. I will have less shitty internet from Sunday. Before that, you need to tell me ahead of time so I can wire my Switch up with my mobile data. Because then I can actually... Because then I can actually do trades. Oh, my shoulder. I don't know what I've done. But ow.
That's rude.
It's just like slightly cramped and it's a bit mean. I took 2 steps and got a new encounter. Yay.
Yay!
Unfortunately, it was not a shiny, because at this point I would take shiny Stantler. It's green and ugly, but I'd take it anyway. I've already got green and ugly in my team with Zubat.
No, Zubat is a good green.
Zubat's an okay green, yeah, that's true. I'm just not fond of green shinies in general, really. I don't know why, but something about them is just a bit milf.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, that sounds specifically. it's a bit milf. I don't think I could replicate that noise if I tried. But it is that very specific sound. Oh, can it? I actually didn't know that. That's good info. I didn't know it could do that, actually. You know,
that is rude.
You know what's great? I've had a can of Coke sitting there, or a bottle of Coke sitting next to me the entire time. I've not drank any of it. I really should have done, because I've got to drink it at some point.
Yeah, but this way it means you'll actually be able to go to bed after this.
Ew, disgusting. Why would I want to do this?
So that you can get up on time tomorrow.
Ew, disgusting.
So that you can pack, so that you can do more Pokemon tomorrow.
That's true, but I can't I can't pack much. Due to the fact that, like I say, pretty much all I'm going to be packing is, like, cooking stuff, and that's got to be done pretty much in the evening. Like, after I've had dinner. So, like, the only thing I could really pack is I could get a black bag and put all my washing in it. And I guess I could pack, like, every outfit except the ones that I'm wearing for the weekend. I could do that. Then again, I'm gonna go in the shower tomorrow morning as well, so depending on what time I get up, that'll be good. I'm now hyper motivated to, like, get up really early tomorrow so that I can go and clean my kitchen out in the morning instead of doing it in the evening. I didn't want to be hyper motivated to do that, but okay. Because the problem...
Sorry.
No, it's fine, but, like, the problem with doing it that way is the fact that I've got to make sure that I don't accidentally pack any of the cooking things I'm going to need. It's like, I'm not going to need much, but, you know, I might still pack something. Because, like, what do I even need? I've got a food list of, like, what I'm eating for the next few days so that I know what I need to pack. Well, technically, I don't actually need, like, my pans or anything. Because my Sunday food... My Friday food can be done in a microwave if I need to. Oh wait, no, I need my pans for Saturday because I'm having noodles on Saturday, aren't I? So I will need pans then. Which is a problem due to the fact that I'm going to have them fucking packed, aren't I? Oh, great. Oh well. I'm just going to leave the pans out, I guess. And, like, a bowl. Fuck it. A pan's a bowl, some cutlery. I don't even know if I can be asked, because I had the original plan of doing, like, noodles and an egg. Yeah, probably about 5-10 minutes. We're not really sure yet, but we'll go until one of us is bored as shit and the other one is at a decent stopping point, pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you think about stopping at 400?
Yeah, I was about to say 400's good. So yeah, probably about 5 to 10 more minutes. But yeah, it's like, I was gonna do, like, noodles and then an egg and put the egg on the noodles. But, like, I'd be frying the egg, and I don't like frying eggs because it terrifies me. Why? Because I am incompetent when it comes to cooking a lot of the time because I don't know what I'm doing, so I get terrified.
Wait, what part of it is scary?
If we're not going for 400 for me, we're going to 400 for Kali. And I don't even know what part of it is scary. I think it's just the fact that it's an egg. Eggs frighten me when you try and fry them because it's like, there's so many ways you can do it. But it's really easy to fuck it up as well, so it's just like, oh no.
Well, the easiest way to do it is to just do a hard fried egg.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can't fuck that up.
Yeah, it's called put egg in frying pan, wait 10 minutes. Set on fire.
No.
Put egg in frying pan, place lighter on top of egg. Ta-da.
Put egg in frying pan, break yolk, wait until bottom is stiff, flip, done.
Yeah. I kind of hope I get a shiny now so I can clip the fact that I just said that, because that was actually a good sentence.
That was a good sentence. Actually, I kind of want someone to fucking, quote that one.
Yeah. Put egg in pan, put lighter on egg.
Yes.
That is a good sentence. Yeah, get
a very good sentence.
Yeah, don't leave shell in the egg.
I don't understand that. I do not understand that.
Yeah, I'm not quite that bad, admittedly. I'm bad, but I'm not, like, Setting fire to water, bad. I can do
You
most
made an
things.
entire cheesecake, okay? You're not bad at cooking.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just paranoid. I'm paranoid and have no confidence.
Which is easily remedied.
Yeah, by
You
not
just
having
cook
people
more.
float over your shoulder when you cook.
Exactly. Don't have people float over your shoulder when you cook, and just practice more.
Yeah. Which means I'm definitely going to make way too many cheesecakes and piss off my parents.
You really think they'll get pissed because of cheesecake?
Have you met my parents?
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
Nah, the reason they won't actually get pissed by the cheesecake. What they'll get pissed about is the fact that they've got to eat it then, because like, otherwise it's going to waste. But nobody in my house will eat that much fucking cheesecake. So
Tell your mom to take it into work with her and leave it in the break room for everybody.
that's a good point. It'll be lemon cheesecake, so you got to leave a warning. But yeah,
Well, I mean, if you want, you can leave out the lemon juice and just get a can of cherry pie filling and put the cherry pie filling on top, and it makes a good cherry cheesecake too.
ooh, it's a good plan. Yeah, I probably could handle freezing, but we probably wouldn't have the freezer room to freeze it. Because we kind of
Yeah.
have food in the freezer. To be fair, like, I'd cook more of my lunches and stuff, because usually when I'm at home, most of my lunches are, like, sandwiches, unless my mum is home, at which point she'll cook something. And it's not because I don't want to cook. It's because I don't fucking trust myself to cook something and then not get bitched at because they were planning on use it later. Like, I would 100% go into my freezer, get out, like, the chicken nuggets or something and do chicken nuggets at lunchtime, especially because my brother might actually eat that. But the problem is I don't want to take the chicken nuggets and the chips out, cook them, and then get my mum coming home later and being like, who the fuck used the chicken nuggets? I was going to do them later, and, like, complaining at me. So naturally, I feel like I need to double check with my mum before I'd use it to cook, like, hey, can I do this? Which kind of takes the point out of it being fun at that point. It's like,
Right.
you know, I'd
Well,
like
have
to
you
cook
done
something.
grilled cheese?
I have never done one of those, actually, yeah.
You could probably do grilled cheese pretty easy.
Yeah, my brother
then-
wouldn't eat it, but I could eat it. He doesn't.
Yeah?
He doesn't eat cheese. It's a pain in the ass.
Mm.
But like, I'd eat those. Yeah, it's annoying as fuck having a freezer that you actually have to like think about before you use stuff because other people might want it. That's gonna be something that's
Yeah.
gonna be fun next year with the flat, depending because I haven't seen how the freezers look in that place. Obviously, because I kind of can't go in. There's people living there at the moment. But like, I'm gonna see that, and it's probably gonna be a yeah, heathen indeed. It's gonna be a
Heathen.
pain in the ass though, because it's like. I don't know how many freezers there are. I don't know how much freezer space there is in said freezers. I don't know how much fridge space there are, so it's going to be a disaster trying to, like... Yeah, that's not going to work, buddy. You need to swap the eggs out.
Oops.
But yeah, that's going to be a disaster. Although one thing I'm tempted to do... Hey, CC Visions,
Hey.
welcome.
Hi, how's it going, CC Visions?
Yeah, welcome to the party. I'm Pix. That voice over there is Kali. She streams with me when it's a Thursday. And we do
Yep.
this stupid shit. Where literally all we do is run in circles trying to get a shiny Pokemon and complain about things while we do.
Yep. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, the conversation topic is there is no topic. We are literally just doing a podcast over here. Is the shout-out command broke again? God
I
damn it.
think the shout-out command is broken.
This thing is so great. Nope, it's there. It's good. It just took...
There we go.
Streamlabs just took a minute. It's fine.
Streamlabs is tired.
Yeah, we don't... Yay, thanks for the follow. Yeah, we don't have that rule. We have the rule of, if you want... Well, technically, the rule is, if you want something, go ahead and take it. But the problem is if you're taking it from the freezer, then you're running the risk of getting shouted at for the fact that you're not supposed to have been eating that. Because it was supposed to be used for tea one of the days or something. Yeah, and we're sort of approaching the end of stream at the moment. Coming up on the last, like... Well, we're going up until Kali hits 400, so it's another, what, 25 encounters for you, give or take a bit?
Yeah.
So, I don't know when the hell
27.
I'll be ending, but it'll be whatever round number it is about that point.
Probably something like 270.
Yeah, probably.
Your encounters have been faster than mine today.
Yeah, so it'll probably be quite a bit higher than them, actually.
Oh, right, yeah. Derp. I fucked that up.
Math the wrong way. Yeah, it's not a real rule. It's my family's rule, but that's how my house works. Yeah, we literally, like, we have really fun things with, like, there's chocolate and shit in, like, boxes on the sides. We have, like, the chocolate baskets and things. And it's like, Oh, why doesn't anybody ever eat the chocolate? Oh, I didn't want to take any in case, like, you know, because I don't want to take any because it's, like, near dinner when I want food, so I don't want to have anything. And they're like, oh, no, go ahead. If it's out, you can have it. And it's like, or if it's there, you can have it. It's your house. You might as well have the food. And it's like, I would like you to repeat that to me the next time I get something out of the freezer to cook and you complain at me for it. Or the next time I go and make a sandwich at dinner and get, like, the spring rolls out because I wanted spring rolls and I microwave the spring rolls and everything. And then, very promptly, I get told later that we were going to be having pickies and where are the spring rolls? It's like, I ate them because they were in the fridge and you said I could have whatever I want.
Yeah. I love that feeling.
Yeah, it's great.
Sarcasm, sarcasm, sarcasm.
Honestly, it's why I'm looking forward to next year, and what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can get, like, segmented, like, pots. So, like, freezable plastic pots. You know, just Tupperware boxes, but, like, with like, actual dividers in them.
Right.
And I can use
like
that...
lunchbox kind of thing?
Yeah, and, like, using that for, like, curry or whatever, or spaghetti bolognese, and, like, put a serving of it in there, like, just a couple scoops, so it's, like, a decent-ish serving of the bolognese or the chili or whatever in them, and then just freeze them. And then essentially put that in the freezer and go, if anybody wants that, as long as you're not vegetarian, if anybody wants to take a serving of it out, go ahead, just please warn me, and if it's an empty box, make sure you tell someone so that we know, so that nobody tries to get more bolognese and there's no bolognese in there.
Right.
But, like, just do, like, a community bolognese pot or something. Or, like, hell, just do what I did with because what I did with my bolognese last time I made it is I made a shit ton and then put it in freezer bags. I took some bits in without, like, the chili stuff and then put chili into some of the other bits. But, like, just put it in freezer bags and then put all of the freezer bags in a Tupperware pot and just, like, take a freezer bag if you want bolognese. Just be warned that one of these pots is spicy bolognese and one of the pots isn't.
Right.
Like, yes, they will be labelled, just be aware of that fact. And also know that my definition of spicy is different to yours, so it might set you on fire.
I need to give you the recipe for pizza chili. I think you'd like it.
That sounds interesting as hell. Have you noticed that the TV channel has a home ec channel now?
Do they really?
Yeah, they have a home ec channel. I put the lemon cheesecake recipe in there as a gift and then started stealing things.
Excellent. Oh, I should give you the spice... No, I gave you the spice bars recipe, didn't I?
Yes, I have had the spice bars recipe. I haven't made them yet, but I have it. I might do it when I'm at home.
They're, like, so stupid easy, and they're... Okay, be warned. Those things are stupid rich. Like, you can eat yourself sick on them.
Oh, wonderful. What I might do is I might have those next year.
So, like, a piece as wide as your first finger and your second finger together, and about that long, is a serving.
Okay, good to know. Bolognese and... I have no fucking clue what the difference really is. We have spaghetti... We call it spaghetti bolognese in this country, so I don't know if there is a difference. We call it spaghetti bolognese because that's what it is. It's bolognese sauce. You get the shitty Dolmio bolognese sauce and you mix it in with the fucking... with your mincemeat that you put in a blender, and then you shove that in the frying pan for 6.5 years, and then you put your vegetables in it if you want them. It's a really bad description of how you do that. But it's about accurate to the way I cook sometimes, honestly. Or at least the way I describe myself cooking. I do cook better than that, it's just I describe myself like an idiot because it's funny. I don't know, maybe the sauce is different, but yeah, spaghetti predominantly is just a pasta, whereas bolognese is the actual thing. I'm British. I currently live near Liverpool, but that's not actually where I'm from. I'm from more of the southern area. Callie's American, so if you're getting a Manchester accent from her, then God help us all. I don't know where that came from. Either that or you just adopted mine.
I really don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, no, I am British.
My accent is flat as fuck.
Yeah. I'm British, more southern than Manchester is, though. I am the West Midlands, so... I would say, hey, maybe I've just adopted the accent from where I'm living currently, but I really shouldn't have done because I don't speak to anybody here. Because I'm currently at uni, there's 2 flatmates here, and that's about it. So, like, and I haven't spoke to any of them in ages. So...
Oh my
God damn it, Kara. God damn it, Kara.
Kara, no. Oh my god, what is with this encounter rate?
I don't know, but it's kind of funny. I just looked over and you're just running in circles like a lunatic. It's like, yep. That looks about right.
No, I have the flattest accent ever.
Yeah. My accent is entertaining. Apparently.
Your accent is entertaining.
Yeah, my accent is funny as fuck because I'm black country, but I don't sound it because I'm not supposed to speak with a black country accent because my mum doesn't understand it for shit. Like, the accent and the slang, she doesn't get, so it's more like a, like, Sedgley area accent in the West Midlands. Like, that sort of, like, Sedgley-ish area, because that's where my mum's from. But it's funny as hell because when I start getting irritated, I start slipping more to black country. However, I have also been told that I have an American accent by, like, multiple British people, so you know.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, but apparently, like, because I used to watch mostly, like, American YouTubers, so apparently I ate an American accent at one point, and that just got stuck, so.
I don't hear it.
I have no idea.
But okay.
Yeah, but I was told that, like, loads all throughout high school, like, yeah, you have a really American accent. Except for one time where I was told I had a really Australian accent, and it was kind of funny. I was like, I don't know where the fuck I got that from, because I don't think I've ever spoken to an Australian in my life, but sure. It's kind of weird.
Oh hey, thanks for the follow, CC Visions.
Following over there as well. Congrats.
Thank you so much. Oh hey, one step. Nice.
Yeah, that's true, especially considering that an American accent from a British point of view is America, whereas an American accent from an American point of view is which fucking state? At minimum,
kinda.
which state? So, you know.
Well, not necessarily which state, which region.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Northwest has, like, one basic set of accent, which is mine, pretty much. It's pretty flat. We don't have, like, a very well-known dialect or accent or anything. But if you're from, like, the Midwest, then you're gonna be a little bit more drawly.
So, like, really stereotypical Texan, or...
No, Midwest is not Texan. Midwest is,
Texan is Texan. Midwest is...
Texan is Texan. Midwest is, like, Wisconsin and shit, I think.
Ah, okay. It's just when you say, like, really like, drawly, I think of, like, the Texan stereotypy cowboy accent.
Yeah, there's Midwest and Midwest rural.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking America, why are you so big? Stop
because
being
we're
so
an
much of a
entire
country.
Because we're half of a goddamn continent, that's why.
Yeah, stop being 6,000 countries in one country, it's not allowed.
Yeah, that's fair. I've never actually done a whole lot of traveling, so I don't know a whole bunch of accents, really. Although, apparently I do a hella good Harley Quinn, so whatever.
Ha, fun. Yeah, America has a terrifying amount of accents. Have you incremented? I haven't seen that number go up in, like, 2 encounters, so I was just wondering, like, did you increment there?
Shush. It never happened.
Yeah, I was just looking at, like, 391, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that hasn't moved in 2 encounters at least.
It never happened, you didn't see anything.
Okay, naturally.
New York has its own accent, though.
I like how this is our end topic, it's just accents. Standard form.
I mean, doesn't Boston have its own accent, though, too?
Yeah, well, a Boston accent is a Boston accent. It's a thing, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah, it's like Boston, Chicago, New York, they all have their own accents, and then there's Jersey, which has its own distinct accent from New York, apparently.
Yeah. TV has lied to me on many things, but yeah. Oh yeah, Boston is in New England.
Yeah.
I know that because of Worm.
Yeah.
It's one of the very few things that Worm has actually taught me is that Boston is in New England.
Well, it's taught me that, Word of God means absolute bollocks.
Well, I learned that years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even ask me where I learned that from, because I don't know at this point, but something fucking told me that shit.
Right.
There was a day once upon a time where I looked and it was yeah.
I think actually, Cursed Child taught me that.
Yeah, probably. Cursed Child was the day where I looked and I went, no.
Bronx is spelled with an X, isn't it?
I have no idea, probably.
I don't fucking know. I wonder if that's a valid Scrabble word.
That's a good question.
I mean, it's kind of a proper noun, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
It shouldn't be.
Huh.
Hmm.
I'm giving this information to someone who's never played Scrabble in their life.
Oh,
which is actually impressive, by the way. Because I had an English class where the end of the year game was Scrabble. By the way, should we start calling it quit?
Yeah, this is my last one.
Fair enough. I'll just tell you about the Scrabble shit. Yeah, the English class had an end-of-year game that was always Scrabble. I never played it. I would hide in the back with my laptop and write fanfic and or read, depending on what year I was in. Usually it was the writing, though. Because I didn't want to play Scrabble, because I didn't like those people.
No, okay, that's completely fair. I will play the hell out of Scrabble with you, though.
That's fair.
If you want.
Yeah, I could do that. But yeah, I didn't like those people, so I never played it.
Packages there.
Yay, packages. Yay, proper nouns. Okay. Yeah, I've never played Scrabble in my life, because like I say, I hated those people with an undying passion, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit. So I just never played the game.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
There's also the fact that I can't actually spell very well unless I'm writing it down. So I don't know how well I'd actually do with Scrabble. Like, I can't spell aloud for shit. If you ask me how to spell something aloud, I gotta write it down and read it to you. Because I can't spell otherwise.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say. Right, anyway. Do I haven't... Let's get out of here. Right. I'm gonna go...
Did you want to do your last 5, or...?
Nah, it's fine. It can sit on a 5 number. It's fine. I've stopped caring at this point what number I end on, as long as it's vaguely round, it's fine.
That works.
But yeah, either way, thanks everybody so much for watching. It's been fun, sort of. At this point, this thing is still slowly giving me a breakdown, and some of those chat conversations probably could have done with not happening, but it has still been fun nonetheless. Hey yays, welcome to this chat. So Saturday, in theory, we are going to be streaming Blue Rescue Team. It's going to depend on whether or not I have packed all of my university stuff up, because if I'm not packed well enough to be leaving on the Sunday, then I'm not going to be streaming. If I am packed well enough to be leaving on, or to finish up and leave on the Sunday, then yes, I will. It will entirely depend on whether or not I am packed. So everyone start praying that I get my ass out of bed on time, basically, because that's the only way we're getting a stream on Saturday. And then Tuesday will be Pokemon Snap. I might be late to that for various reasons, up to and including I don't know what the fuck's going on with BSL. I'm pretty sure we've just had our last lesson this week, so I don't think I've got one next week, but also there might be other stuff going on in life, so I might be a bit late. If I am a bit late, so be it. It's not like I've been following the 2-hour rule on that stream anyway recently. Although it's distinctly possible I might be now, because I'm going to be at home, where there are people that can hear me when I start yammering at midnight. Which is the only problem. But yeah, other than that, don't think there's much else going on. Oh yeah, no. Next Thursday, we're moving the stream forward about 2 hours or so. So it will be starting about 2 hours before normal, about 6 PM for Brit time. I'm not sure what time that will be on Cali's end, but either way, it's 2 hours before. 10 AM? Sweet. Mm-hmm. So we'll be starting about then instead. We're just moving it forward for convenience sake. It'll probably be back to normal time after that, but we are moving that week forward at the very least. Thank you, Soren, for the 4 months of Tier 2. Thank you, CC Visions 2, for the follow. I hope you enjoy hanging about.
Damn, Pix really covered it all this time. All I've really got to add is thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate it. We have more fun with you than without you. Cece, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you come back and hang out. Let's see, tomorrow we're gonna be doing something. I don't know what.
Mystery Wheel.
Mystery Wheel, yeah, pretty much. We might actually go back to Kingdom Hearts, say fuck it on the chill stream for tomorrow and go do some Kingdom Hearts or something. Monday we're gonna be back to Final Fantasy IX. And yeah, like Pix said, next Thursday we are going to be moving it up to the stream up 2 hours, because I gotta think. So with that all said,
I think we're just done here,
all. Yeah, thank you all again, and I think we're done.
Yeah, thanks for hanging. See you around, everybody.
Bye-bye.